doing? Why the fuck don't we have any Discord captures?
Oh dear, that did not work.
Hey, there we go. We have appeared.
Da, da, da.
Okay, cool. Everybody's face is here. Right.
Well, face.
Wouldn't say my face is here.
Okay.
It's somewhere though.
We're here. Yes, we're here. Marvelous. So welcome along. We've got Dan and Josh on the right, going top to bottom, and on the left, going top to bottom, we have Jamal. Ben? Moon? Is that correct? Ben, are you
Ben.
Eldritch Stormwood?
I've known you for 10 years.
It doesn't tell me whether your name is Eldritch Stormwood
Yes, it
currently.
is.
Yes, it is.
That's it.
Fantastic. All right. You are behind the enemy lines of Obold Many Arrows' massive dwarven army. You're a band of dwarves who are attempting to run a supply line to Brunor Battlehammer. But alas, when you came out of Mithril Hall, you found yourself stranded miles away from the front line. Peakle Boulder Shoulder is with you. He is a small dwarf with bright green hair braided behind his ears. And what you can see right now is pretty much what you can see here. There is a lot of orc smashing dwarf and dwarf smashing orc going on, but you need to get to Brunor Battlehammer. Peakle will not be much help whatsoever, but he'll be around. So, if you'd like to introduce yourself, Carthran Brazic.
Hello, my character is Carthran Brazic.
You are super
He is
quiet.
Okay, apologies.
Thank you.
1 second, let me see
No,
if I
you're
can
good.
fix
You're
this.
good now. You're good now.
Okay. Carthran Brazic is a dwarven fighter.
Hang on. Eldritch Stormwood, would you like to introduce yourself?
No. But I am Eldritch Stormwood. I am a mountain dwarf. I am a cleric. And I come from something Mithril that I remember.
Mithril Hall. You all
That's
do.
the one.
You all do. Scorn Blood Fury. What brings you
Hello, my name is Scorn Blood Fury. I'm a battle-hardened veteran that's always been by the king's side through thick and thin, and now I've been tasked to be a bodyguard for all these people to make sure they get out of here.
That is the first time I've ever heard you play D&D without a female voice. Beautiful. Jarrawir, introduce yourself.
My name is Jarwir. I am the stereotypical might makes right druid. I am very survival of the fittest, and I am here because the war called to me.
And Lorenzo Tiller. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Lorenzo Tiller.
You're also very quiet. Try again.
Hi,
There we go, thank you.
I'm Lorenzo Tiller. I'm a Hill Dwarf Ranger. My best friend is my animal companion called Toby. He's a brown bear, and he likes animal crackers. And I completely zoned out. What are we doing?
Hi, Toby.
You are attempting to get a supply cart full of valuable weapons, food, drinks, medical supplies through enemy lines, as you see on your screen here that I'm showing to you guys.
Yep.
To the front line where Brunor awaits. Your mighty foes include the Eye of Grumsh. He is a mighty cleric of Grumsh who called Arganth, who will be who's Obold's right-hand man, effectively. And he will be seeking you out if you get too close. And the mighty Obold himself. Humongous warrior who is known to be one with Grumsh. If you take a fight with this guy, it's scary. So keep your distance and best of luck to you.
I got a feeling this is all down to Hadvar.
Yeah, I know, right? Fuck Hadvar.
For reference, you are a long, long way away from Luskan. Actually, do you know what? For reference, allow me to give you a map.
Oh,
Oh,
excellent.
For reference, you are... you're off the map.
Hey, I see.
You are just here. You see the beginning of the word Mithril Hall over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our campaign has been taking place in the western Lurkwood, and Luskan is over here, and Mithril Hall is far over here. So that is where you guys are. And yeah.
Okay, so who is our companion friend here who's going to be rather useless?
This little boulder shoulder. The green-haired druid dwarf. Known for his slightly interesting choice of spells, he teleported to a tree to arrive here. tell you that Bruenor awaits in the front line. He cannot, unfortunately, take your cart back through. He has one arm and is rubbish at speaking, and mostly fills gaps with ooh, ah, hee hee, and me brother.
Me brother.
Best of luck to you.
So, me brother, do you know the way back?
Ooh.
Oh, great. It's going to be one of them.
That is all you're getting.
Straight
Okay.
off the bat, I had to
Yeah,
go
I
with
know.
it.
Oh, to set the
I
scene
bet
for you.
he knows my boy Wolfgang.
To set the scene for you, you've recently emerged from basically the entrance of Mithril Hall over here, right? There's a large battleground going on in front of you. As far as the eye can see, to the right and left are orcs. If you imagine you're looking at the back line of their army, the front line of your army is sort of the other side of them. But as far as your eye can see, right to left, there are dwarves in your way. You sort of are at the bottom of the mountain slope, if you like, so you've just come down here from Keeper's Dale. And the dwarves fight on a high ridge, although they're coming down and fighting on the low ground as well. That is pretty much all the guidance I can give you. Do not forget that as you are above Mithril Hall, there may be mine shafts down. So try and watch your footing.
Right, so I
Can
have
we-
a thing. I have a way to start this out. Do you mind if I dictate the first course of action here?
I'd appreciate if we could just get to know if Toby speaks or Toby does not speak.
Good question, actually. Very good.
Toby's a bear. He doesn't
Okay,
speak.
I don't know if he speaks.
Do you know any bears that speak?
Winnie
My
the Pooh?
niece can speak cat, so I don't know if it's possible.
Toby doesn't speak.
Okay.
Okay. So, my first question. Do we have bearings of where we are and what direction is it we need to be going in exactly?
You would know that, so in front of you, east to west, north to south, are the line extends, and you
Uh-huh.
need to head dead east to get to Bruenor. I mean, it's pretty much a straight run, but, you know, there's an army in your way.
So we're behind their lines. We'd have to, in order to get through, if we wanted to go the direct path through the battlefield, we would have to go through their lines, through our own lines, and just beeline it
No,
through the
you
battlefield.
just need to get to the front line of your army. You just have to get
Okay.
through their lines.
Well, the direct route is the most suicidal, so I don't think that's a great idea. That much is clear. Right. So we need to find a way round the end point of their line to loop back round. Then I'm guessing.
Right,
Does anyone have any ideas?
I think we should just start heading in a direction and see where it takes us.
I like that idea.
Yeah. That.
Pick a direction and go.
We'll-
Personally,
we'll-
I like the most direct route, but if you guys wanna sneak around, we could try some sneaking.
I mean, the idea of the direct route normally sounds great, but that means going straight through the middle of an army, and
It's pretty
Considering-
certain you're going to be running through an army no matter how far west or north or south you go. There, as you look down at the army, there are spattered camps. You know, this is the back of an army. So it's not like you haven't got a thick line of orcs. You've got spattered camps at the back. Maybe slightly to your right is probably a cleric camp, where they look like they're doing some healing. They're healing their injured. As you look to your left, they're fletchering their arrows. You've come out, the back tunnel. You're right at the back of the enemy lines, but you imagine they're all looking towards the dwarves, and they're not thick lines.
I have an idea. You guys might not like this idea, but I have an idea. You said fletching camp,
that be?
yes?
Yep, they're fletching arrows as we speak.
How about we fuck their war effort and we burn down that camp?
I'm down.
Burn down the camp and then move to a different direction, see if we can draw some attention to there.
Isn't it our fletching camp?
No,
not
you're
Yeah,
at the back
we're
of the
behind their
orc
lines,
line.
yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's burn that bitch to the ground.
Yeah, let's fucking do it. Let's torch it and get the fuck out.
I'd say it's 180 feet from you, to northwest.
If we go that way, if it's northwest, then what we could do, we could
northeast,
go
I
torch
guarantee.
that camp and then head eastward and be out of the area when attention gets drawn to it and they go to see what the hell happened to their camp. Does that sound like a
do it.
reasonable assault?
At this point,
Yeah,
Pickle
I'm
is
in.
sidled up to Toby and is slowly rubbing his green hair against its shoulder.
Hmm.
Any opinions on the contrary to this course of action?
I'm fine with whatever we choose to do. I'm just here to keep you guys alive.
How do you suggest we start a fire?
I snap my fingers and cast the produce flame cantrip in my handbag. This could work.
Magic's
Okay.
usually a good source of fire.
Yeah,
I've got
magic is a great
More
source
than
of
this,
fire.
I think.
Okay. Well, let's
I
do
mean,
it.
I'm pretty sure if we don't use, then again, your magic is you can be very cantripy with your magic, can't you? You can just freely create fire.
This point,
yeah.
Pickle steps forward, says hee hee hee, and does exactly the same thing, using fire in his left hand. His right hand, by the way, is severed, just about here.
Oof.
So he has no right
Ooh.
arm. But in his left arm, he's currently holding a ball of fire and looking very excited.
Oh, I see we have more people in favor of burning stuff. Let's go. I'll produce flames in each hand and proceed.
Well, unfortunately, I cannot produce any flame, so the best I can do is whip out a torch.
I can produce my axe.
You have my word, and my sword, and my axe,
Exactly.
and my flame. Okay, let's do it. Let's torch this camp, shall we?
Yeah, so you're heading forth towards the camp, are you?
Hell yeah, let's do it. Let's
I'll
roast
keep
some
it.
things.
I'll keep an eye out.
As you move towards the camp, there's you see one orc guard standing slightly outside the camp, and maybe 2 or 3 dotted around, sort of, they're headed to or from other camps. That's it.
One guard. Okay. There's no way I'm going to be able to kill this guy quietly. So, how much attention do you guys like to raise?
Dude, I'm all for it.
Do you reckon you could get right up behind him and put your axe in his skull?
I
Or do you
can
think that's
certainly
not
try.
really going to be possible for you to do?
I can certainly try.
Well, I'll have my sword at the ready, just in case things don't go quite to plan. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna actually put away my torch before lighting it up, so no burning my backpack or anything, and I'm just gonna pull out my sword.
So the plan
And be
be getting
ready.
up behind them?
Yeah, you'll be able to get closer than we can because, yeah, big, loud, heavy plate armor, not happening.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna try and stealth up to the guy.
Hey, make a stealth check.
Wonderful.
That's a fat 6.
That'll do. That'll do. He's not the most observant of dwarves. He's sitting down, he's kind of staring at the sky. You can probably get within, I don't know, 20, 30 foot of range. Are you trying to get closer?
I'm trying to get clear. I'll
Oh, you're
try.
going right up to him? You're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so as you reach sort of 20 foot away, he sort of raises his head up. You realize he's gonna, he's sort of gesturing wildly at the 2 orcs in the background. At this point, Pickle draws out a little red berry and sort of lobs it his way. It may or may not have done damage, no one's sure.
Okay.
Fantastic. You're always an asset to the team. So they've seen us, yeah? We're aware that they've seen us?
One orc has seen you, he's gesturing to another 2 who are sort of 40, 50 foot away. For some reason, he's decided not to turn to the tent and get the orcs to come out of it. He's just waving a
Okay, I'm gonna run up and try to pull them towards us. Out of vision of them.
I turn first to Carthran Brazic. What do you do?
Well, I will try to keep myself out of line of sight of the ones he's gesturing to, if I can.
It is flat ground, mate.
Okay, so I can't
There's
break
no
line of sight by
There is
reaching
run
the
at
tent.
the enemy or run the other way.
So I can't break line of sight by reaching
No.
the tent in time. Right, okay.
If you could get behind the tent, yes, but that's sort of 45 foot away right now.
Right, okay, well, I'll start moving in that direction, and I won't make it, of course, but, I'll get close enough to it that if we get an extra turn, I will
I'm
complete
assuming
that
you have a
action.
maximum of 30 movement.
25, unfortunately,
25.
because dwarves.
You find your yes, you
I have
sprint with your
35.
short, stubby legs, and
Yeah.
you find yourself sort of 20 foot away from the tent. The tent is sort of in front of you directly, and there are two orcs to your far right. Scorn, Blood Fury, you are within range of your enemy should you wish to charge.
Are we planning to fight? Is this what we're doing now, guys? We're just gonna go in?
We can
Yeah.
do this.
Beat his
This is a not very difficult fight for us, I don't believe. I
All right,
think
cool. Axe in him in the
it's murder.
face. Cool, axe to the
Roll
face.
to hit, please.
What the fuck is that? Oh boy, something tells me the plus 12 is gonna hit him with a 19. I hit him with a 31.
Sheer domination. You swing your axe down his neck, and you roll for damage.
Oh god, I rolled the least I could do and still did 8 damage to him. I rolled a 1.
You swing at his thick, chunky neck, and your axe sort of digs in, but it doesn't quite go through. A little more strength, and you would have been fine. Eldritch Stormwood, you are 40 foot away from your enemy. What would you like to do?
Okay, I'm just trying to.
Oh, I forgot to
I am
rage.
going to. So it's just one single target still, right?
At the moment, there is one single target, 40 foot in front of you, and 50 foot off to your right, and also sort of equidistant to you and to the orc in front of you are two orcs who are being gestured at and running over.
Okay. So I can't actually get in range to attack this round. which
Not
is-
in melee weapon. Not in melee range.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think what I'd like to do.
It's fair to say the orc's got an axe halfway out its neck. It's not got much life left.
But I still wait. How? I don't. Okay, I don't understand how to use my staff of power at range. Is there a range to it? Does it tell me?
Cast a spell. Oh, you've got a maximum of 5 foot to a melee range, I believe. Is it 5 foot or 10?
It's fine.
Yeah, the
Well,
staff's
I'm
5
melee.
foot melee.
So if you're in 5 foot range, you would be able to hit him. You're not getting him 5 foot range.
Oh, I get to attack twice.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Next.
Oh my god.
Okay, so is there a range on like a magic ability?
Yeah, you could pretty much, if you take a few steps forward, maybe a fair
They
few steps
should.
forward.
Okay, I'm gonna move 15 foot forward, and then I'm gonna cast. I don't know. I don't know if Staff of Power has like any basic abilities. I don't really know the stuff.
You can cast a spell from your staff. This enemy's nearly dead, but go for it. Let me read the Staff of Power.
Okay, magic missiles, level 1.
Yeah, it will cast at level 6, I believe.
3. No?
It casts it from the staff. It'll cast at level 5.
Level 5, correct.
I thought it was 3.
Okay, as you raise your
No, you
staff, or can you cast it at lower level? I don't think it makes any
Yeah, I'm
difference.
casting it at first level.
Oh,
So-
yeah, you're
Yeah.
using one charge. Yep,
I
correct,
was gonna
correct.
say, I have the same staff, and you can cast it at lower levels.
Yeah, okay. This
Yeah,
is the
okay.
same staff to
It will be
go ahead.
+2 because of Staff of Power, so it's a level 3 spell.
Regardless, as you raise your staff, a small blue light appears, flies directly into the center of the orc's forehead, and he crashes to the ground.
Easy.
There are now two orcs sort of looking at you guys, seeing there are 5 of you, and bolting in the opposite direction. They may be
Excellent.
alerting other people, but they are sure as hell not taking you on.
Okay, how far away are these things? Because there's one in close to us, right?
50 foot. Well, they're 65 foot from you, but they're 50 foot from the rest of you.
Whose turn is it?
Well, I mean, at this point, there is no specific combat, so
Oh, well, I will run up to them. I will use my 25 feet of movement speed and use it there. How far away?
yeah, you can keep moving. Like, there's no turn right now. You're not in combat. There's nothing to fight you. If you want to go
Oh,
all the way
okay,
up to the
yeah.
tent, go for it.
I will run as close up to them as I can, and I will cast my Thorn Whip cantrip
Okay.
and attack the motherfucker.
Attack what? The tent?
No, didn't you say there's guys running away?
That was. Oh, you're running all the 50 foot away to the guys. Right. Okay. Sorry. You
Yes,
want to
I'm
chase the
chasing
guys?
them. We're
I thought when you said
fighting.
run up
He
to
said he's
them,
going after
I
the
thought you
dudes.
meant you were running up to
Okay,
Carthran and Scorn. Right.
typically
Okay.
them, it does not apply to objects.
No, I thought you meant you were running up to your allies. Right. Okay. So you can
No,
get
fuck
within
my
20.
allies, I'm killing people.
You can get 20 foot
Yeah.
away. You can get 20 foot away from these orcs, but they are still running.
Yeah, good. I cast Thorn Whip on one of them.
Okay. Roll for damage.
It's It's 24 to hit.
Okay, it's smashing.
It does 11 damage and pulls him 10 feet closer to me.
Okay. As it
You know
grabs
what?
its ankle, yanks it towards you, York falls
Yeah.
on the floor, it's nearly fucking dead.
Since
The
he's
other
doing
orc
that,
is really terrified and keeps sprinting away.
You're
since he's doing
next.
that, I'm gonna run up and throw a hand axe at the guy he thorn whipped.
Okay, you would be launching the hand axe 65 foot.
I have a
'Cause
movement speed.
Okay, you ran
of
right, so
35.
you're gonna run the 35 feet first and then launch your hand axe.
Yeah.
And that's a 20-foot throw. If you would like to
Which
roll
is
the
in
pitch,
range.
please.
If it actually gives me the stupid attack.
Right, it depends on the wind, really, doesn't it?
I
Okay, we have
mean,
favorable winds.
Favorable winds is up.
16.
Okay, perfect. That's a 16 to hit. Yeah, you can probably make that. It's unlikely to hit him in a vulnerable position. Roll twice
Also,
for
right
damage.
Also, before I throw it, I'm going in to a rage.
Okay.
Because
An
rage is
angry
not.
barbarian.
Yep.
Yeah, in that case, roll once for damage.
Did 5 damage.
That's an unarmed strike.
Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Sorry.
Wow, it
throw
always
in
rolls
space.
5.
Has anyone
Oh.
seen Space
Still
Jam?
5.
Still
Still
5.
5 damage.
Okay, and which one are you throwing this at? The one on the floor or the one?
The one
still
that he
running?
thorn whipped.
The one he thorn whipped? Oh, this axe
Yeah.
dunks through its fucking face. It's chopped in half, dead on the floor,
Yep,
murdered,
there we go.
boomed.
Ah,
There's
got
an
him.
orc sort of now 15 foot away from Jarrawir and Scorm, who we're going to say are sort of side by side at this point. The rest of you remain sort of 60 foot away.
okay.
Lorenzo, would you like to chase, or would you like to go towards the tent?
I think we should set these tents on fire already.
Have you got some fire?
I'm assuming someone with me does.
Um,
And then like
Pickle's got a handful of fire.
yeah, I nod to him and say, "You, fire."
And he lobs fireballs over and over again. The bursts up in flames. You can hear the screaming of dying orcs inside.
Great. Let's
Carthran, I would back up before you're burnt.
Yeah, I would like
Pickle
to.
is very happy right now.
Yeah, there's one thing I would like to do real quick. I would like to swap to my longbow and run away from the tent now, and put myself where I've got line of sight of the orc that's running. Am I able to get
what
line
is
of
your
sight?
movement speed?
25.
25. You're going to make a 40 foot shot here.
Easy, easy.
Okay, roll to hit.
Right, first shot is a 14.
Okay. You hit a passing bird.
Okay, I'll take my second shot. 25.
Okay, your arrow zooms out your bow. It's looking like it's going to hit him just behind the ear. Can we have some damage, please?
6.
It scratches. It's
And I'm going to
particularly
take my
impressed.
third shot.
You've got 3 shots? Genius.
Yes, I got 3 attacks.
Love
Yeah,
this.
we're level
Off you
15
go.
now.
14.
Okay, this one follows up, hits him in the back of the neck, skewers him to the floor. You know, you can sort of see the arrow coming out the back and front of his neck, and he's propped up ever so slightly on the arrow, lying on the floor.
Fantastic.
As
Nice
you have ran from this tent towards the east, where these enemies were, they were running towards another much larger tent, where you can see lots of orcs milling around. It might be the feeding mess. That's directly in front of you. Those of you who have sprinted, Lorenzo and Pickle, you're a little further back. Eldritch, you're sort of somewhere in the middle right now. And then sort of that's directly in front of you. As you look slightly to the right, sort of maybe 50, 60 foot to the right of that, there seems to be sort of a long line of tents where orcs may be sleeping or, you know, doing whatever orcs do in tents. And as you look to the left, you see exactly the same thing, lines of tents. And then directly in front of you is what looks like a feeding mess. When I say lots of orcs milling around, we're talking 70, 80 dwarves. 70, 80 orcs, sorry. There are orcs milling around. There are no dwarves eating from the orc food tents.
Thank fuck. So
Just that I confirm.
So I say we get in the opposite direction of this tent and we start moving because they're going to be coming over and investigating this fire very quickly. We've
Opposite
created a
direction from
distraction.
Which tent?
The big tent, the mess hall one.
Mess hall?
Where there's,
What,
like-
you mean back towards Mithril Hall?
Yeah, we'll start. We could always head that way and loop around a different direction.
I don't
Or
like
is that not going to be possible to even loop around at this point?
I mean, if you loop around, you're just running to... Nobody's seen you right now. There are
Right.
dead orcs on the floor in front of you.
Okay, are there any like rocks and stuff on the floor or no?
Yeah, there's sort of quite far to your right, maybe 150, 200 foot. There's a large pile of rocks that might look like they might be for giants to throw. There may be giants over there. You don't see any right now. Sort of far to your left is the crest of Keeper's Dale. This is where you sort of got the beginning of a cliff face.
Okay, but what I mean is, are there any rocks in the area where we are?
Within 100 foot, no. But 150 foot on both directions, you either got the beginning of a mountainside or a large pile of boulders.
Well, what I'm thinking is we can still advance and just go past this tent that's burning. We probably don't want to go near the big mess tent and go near the guys milling around.
Well,
So if we go sort of
If we do, I'll help
perpendicular,
you.
well, wasn't the plan to set the tent on fire, then double back the other way while they've got a distraction?
yeah,
Like, surely
yeah,
they're going to be coming here soon, so we should get the fuck out of here.
yeah. That's my original thought. Yeah.
If you're running
Alright.
parallel to the orc lines, you're going north or south?
South.
South. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
let's settle them south.
As you head south, sort of directly ahead of you and slightly to the left is a pile of boulders that giants would be throwing. That is sort of where you're headed down towards. It looks like that's what they're for. They're sort of giant-sized boulder-throwing boulders. You're aware that giants have been launching rocks at the front line for quite a while.
Do we see any giants?
No, not yet.
Oh,
I mean, there
dear.
could potentially be giants over there, but you know they're big guys. Giants, you see them coming from quite a long way away. You don't see any giants right now.
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, either way, that is a bad sign. So, shall we continue on this direction?
Hmm.
I'm in.
Yeah, why not? That doesn't
No,
seem like a
it's-
bad decision.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, why not?
At this point, Pickle's trying to convince Toby to let him ride on his back.
He's gonna get munched if he's not careful.
As you continue onwards, you see that there's some orcs milling around the big pile of rocks. There's sort of 3 orcs, sort of a little way away, sort of trying to carry this large boulder together over to the boulder pile to stockpile it. They are coming from the direction of Mithril Hall almost, so to the west.
How close are we to them?
At the moment, 50 foot away from the boulders, 50 foot away from the monsters, the orcs. But they're sort of 10 foot apart. They're nearly at the boulders, and then there's like 2 or 3 orcs milling around. They look pretty pitiful.
Do you guys fancy opening fire on these guys as well, or shall we try to
Dude.
avoid our fight?
More fire, more distraction.
Alright, that's the plan. Scorm's gonna charge them.
Right. So I'm gonna ready my bow then for when we take our
Where's
shots.
the person?
You're 50 foot away. You can take a shot from here, or you can move forward, Catherine.
I think I will advance a little
Ooh.
bit, say 20 feet. No,
So wait.
advance 15, so I'm 35 away.
So wait, could we,
No, sorry,
wrap some-
advance 10, so I'm 40
Wait,
away.
what?
Let's say 40.
Joey?
could we wrap some cloth around your arrow, couple of your arrows, torch the cloth and shoot that into there, set the flames?
What, the tents or?
There are no tents.
Yeah.
There are just
Yeah, there's no
milling
tents
around-
here.
There are orcs milling around some rocks. If you want to try and
Ow.
set them on fire, be my guest.
Ow, I can't set a rock on fire.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
That
set an orc
talented.
on fire.
Eh.
Yeah.
They're more likely to put themselves out than the tents.
You taking
Yeah.
a shot?
Yeah, I'll get myself 40 feet away,
Okay.
roughly. I've got 150 feet range,
You think you
150
do.
feet regular range that I can shoot this thing,
You're a
so
dwarf.
40 feet is still plenty close enough.
Give it a go.
First shot at the closest one.
This is one of the 3 orcs carrying the boulder.
Yes,
I don't.
20.
That's hitting. Right arm.
That's going to be for 11.
Okay. This hits him in the right arm. He drops the boulder. Each orc
Ooh, does it hit his
stumbles
toe?
backwards to the ground. One of them's wedged with a leg under the boulder.
Nice. The other one that stumbled, is he fallen over or is he still on
All
his
3
feet?
of them are going to crash to the ground. They're all lying around looking slightly
Right,
helpless,
so
looking
the
slightly
first one
shattered.
that I shot, I'm going to take a second shot at him.
Okay.
That's going to be a whopping 30.
This is hitting.
and that's going to hit for another 6.
Just going to take him in the neck. Finish him off. He's down.
And
Got
I'll
two
take a
orcs
third
slightly
shot at the
rumbled
other
in.
guy whose leg is not trapped and pinned.
Okay, so he's just laying down there, sort of slightly to the left. This is a hard shot.
Yep, this is
only
20.
half of him flying out. That's going to skim his scalp
Right, okay. Well,
and deal how much
those...
damage?
right, so I'm rolling for damage. That's a hit. You counting it?
Yeah, it's skimming his scalp.
10.
Okay, it's he's got less hair.
A lot less by the sounds of it.
Okay, Scorm. You are 50 foot away from your enemies right now. There are 2 lying on the floor. At this point, 2 orcs sort of crawl over the boulders and start charging towards you. They're sort of 35 foot away.
Alright, then we'll run up to them.
Oh, you've got. I forgot you have 35
I have
foot.
35 feet.
Should've
Yeah,
said
I'm
45.
gonna run
Okay,
right.
Charge away.
Alright, running up to him, swinging my great axe.
Okay, would you like to swing it twice this time?
Yeah.
Give me 2 hit rolls.
Is that 28 to hit?
Beautiful.
Now we're
What
talking.
is your hit chance?
And a 19 to
Was
hit.
that a 10 by any chance?
What?
Was that 19 hit a 10 roll?
7 roll.
The 19 was a 7. I have a plus
Okay, roll for
12 to hit.
damage.
Alright, so first one's gonna take a nice 17.
You've chopped his head off.
Okay.
Dead. It's crashed on the floor.
The other guy's gonna take a nice 15.
You've chopped his head most of the way off. It's sort of hanging down like nearly headless Nick, but he's definitely dead.
Okay.
Oh.
Is there anyone else close to me? Because I get to keep hitting people as long as I kill people.
I think your movement's stretched. You could throw an axe, but you'd have a hard time. You
No,
could
that's
throw
me
an axe
melee.
at a guy on the floor, but there's no way you're meleeing.
Okay, that's fine. That's it. Then.
Eldritch. Wherefore art thou, Eldritch? You are 50 foot away from anyone and everyone.
Well, I'm just going to take my entire turn moving forward.
Sick. Charge, my little friend. At this point, Pickle sort of opens up a little door. It's a dwarf-sized door in front of you, and you find yourself teleported forwards. You are now 15 foot away from your enemies, with about 15 foot of movement speed away.
Is this
Beautiful.
before my
We just
movement or
want
after?
money hold it.
This door's holding up, so Lorenzo and Daraware could also follow through, but you are now in range to charge and melee an enemy if you would like to. There is one enemy lying
Sure.
on the floor near dead with... Well, no, he's not
Sure.
near dead. He's got his scalp... He's been scalped. And the other one is pinned under a boulder and looking highly unimpressed.
Okay, what I'm going to do is the one that's on the floor, pinned, I'm going to walk up to him, I'm going to Gandalf him and say, "You shall not pass!" and shove the staff into his belly.
roll for
Amazing.
21 to hit.
Yeah, that's into the belly, right in the belly button. That's some damage.
That's gonna hurt.
9 damage.
9 damage. Now can I have a strength roll, please? Strength check.
That is a 21.
Fantastic. Not only could you get your weapon in, kill him, you've also managed to pull it back out.
Oh yeah.
Fantastic.
That leaves us with a Jaraware. There is a dimension door in front of you, porting you 20 foot forward if you wish.
Oh, I would love to go through that
Where you
dimension
go?
door.
You are 15 foot away from your enemies. There is
Ah.
one enemy lying with his scalped.
A
and
dead
next-
guy or a living guy?
No, he's alive. He's got a fair bit of hair missing and a bit of sort of arrow-shaped line through his head, but he's
Oh, okay.
alive just about. He's
And
not
how tall
happy.
is he compared to me?
Well, he would be 6'2", but he's lying on the floor.
Oh, okay. Oh, I will just walk up to him, walk over him, and just like overhead smack my my staff of power onto him to try and crack his skull open.
Yep, give us a hit.
That's going to be a 23 to hit.
Not only is it hitting, it's going to line up beautifully with the line of arrow on his head.
Excellent. And that's 6 blunt damage.
6
Be
blunt
right back.
damage. Okay, beautiful. You slam your staff into his skull. Blood and brains are spattering everywhere. And you've got dirt on the bottom of your robes. There's some brain just sort of hanging around your hip. But he's very dead. As you look to your left, you can see just over the boulders is one more orc who's sort of lying down. And as you look over, he shoots his crossbow. He's sort of laying on the boulder at you, Jaraware. He rolls a What's he rolled to hit? It's a 19 to hit.
That's a negative, Ghost Rider.
Yeah. This crossbow
Like,
sort of
hop right on over that shit.
bounces on your shoulder and just glances off. He is about 12 foot away from you guys. Lorenzo, are you following through your portal door? At this point, your bear has already loped off into the distance. It's with it also within hitting range.
Yeah, I go through the portal.
Okay.
And I run up to the guy with the crossbow. And I use the boulder he's using as cover. Like, I use it as a stepping stone to leap into the air, and then with my lance, like come down into his, like, through his
You're aiming to go
body.
through his body and neck first. Give us a hit roll, please.
What is this, D&D ASMR?
Yeah, I'm a bit confused. Are you okay, Lorenzo?
You're very quiet, Josh.
It's like you're whispering to
Oh,
us.
sorry.
I'm just
that's
waiting for him to drop a SoundCloud link to his new mumble rap album.
Yeah.
What's the hit roll, please?
That's 15.
15. Fantastic. You are lancing straight through the top of his neck, and give us some damage.
14.
You've turned him into a kebab. You've now got an orc on a spear, or on a lance, sorry. Can you
And
give me a
then-
strength roll, please? Thanks, check. You pull valiantly, but you currently are walking round with a shish kebab orc on your lance. You need
what-
assistance removing it from your spear.
What's the ogre's name?
I nod to Toby, and he grabs the body with his mouth and
Drags it off.
throws it off.
Perfect. Teamwork. I love to see it.
So there's still one orc trapped underneath a rock, yes?
No, I
no.
jammed off his ass.
Eldritch Stormwood left a staff through his stomach.
Oh, that was the
Yeah,
guy. I thought it was the other guy
No,
he
no.
staffed.
You've got
Oh,
you've got
okay.
some dead orcs lying around you. There's a pile of boulders, and as Lorenzo is standing on this boulder now that he's leaped off valiantly, he can see sort of, you've got 30, 40 foot of circular coverage, and then lines of orc tents at the back, and then in between that you've got sort of a massive catapult that's being wheeled towards the front line.
So, I have an idea, gentlemen. You know what you said about that cloth
Yeah.
and lighting it on fire? We've got some
Yeah.
tents here. I
Ooh,
could
that's a big
take
cloth.
20 and, you know, when I say take 20, I mean really take the time to aim this shot and aim a very well-placed shot into a tent, light up the arrow, fire it off, and set that tent on fire, perhaps. Maybe I could do that for a couple of tents if you've got some cloth
This is the
available.
first tent in line, correct?
Yeah, I'm gonna take 20 to really line up a proper shot, so I should have a significantly greater chance of hitting it, no snapshotting or anything.
Yeah, Pickle pops up next to you with rolls of bandages cloth, and sort of hands
Okay.
it to you. You know, there's like a good 70 or 80 foot of this. He's just unwrapping it from his waist.
I'll take some, wrap it enough around the arrowhead so that it's
He sets fire to
covered.
it before you've got it round your arrow.
Huh?
He sets fire to the cloth before you've got it round your arrow, so you better hurry.
Right, okay, I'll just wrap it as roughly and quickly as I can and just try to jam the rest of it on with my foot, the smouldering bit.
Yep.
And, yep,
Give us a couple of
wrap
hit
that
rolls.
on. Huh?
Give us a couple of hit rolls.
Hit rolls, what for? Which for specifically?
You
For the
are
shot itself?
Shooting for the tent, is that correct?
Yeah,
I'm
but
really
I
sorry,
was just
but-
saying I was
just
like
give me
gonna
a second,
stamp on the cloth properly with my foot, so that it's like, it's all secured on, it's not coming off mid-flight or anything. It's proper. Make sure it's properly on the arrow and then take that shot. So let's
Give me
go
a
for
second.
a shot with this.
Can you speak again for me, Jamal?
Taking my first shot with the longbow.
Oh,
That's
God.
going to be a 27.
I'm really sorry if I've been interrupting people. I literally have had Discord cutting in and out for the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, the stream's
I
dropped
didn't even realize.
on Discord.
Yeah, it's
There we go.
Right, so I'm really sorry if I've interrupted anybody. You have wrapped your arrow in cloth, is that correct?
Yep, wrapped it on with cloth, and I've been sort of pressing on the cloth slightly with my boot, the heavy bit of the boot, so that I don't burn myself, and it's just stamping this thing on so it isn't coming off, and making sure I've got this flaming mass on the tip of this arrow, and then taking the shot with a 27.
Okay, that's the first tent in line.
Okay, does that go up in flame?
I'm confirming you're shooting at the first tent in the line.
Yeah. First tent
that's
in
going
line.
straight up in flames.
I'm gonna go for a. Do we want to do one more tent, or are we gonna leave it at one more tent on fire, guys? What do you think?
Keep burning it.
Okay, I'll go for a second tent. Let's drop out another arrow out of my quiver.
I mean, you
Rapid.
should always keep going until you fail, right?
Yeah, I guess
like
that's true.
gambling.
Yeah, I just want to make sure I don't use all of my arrows. That's all. Just to set the second tent on fire. So
know where we can
cloth's on
retrieve the arrow.
fire. Gonna take this shot. Taking good aim. Right, that first roll was a 16. That's not going to be a very good attempt, is it?
That's going to get to the edge of the tent, and it's the flames are crawling up the edge of the tent at that point. At this point,
Fantastic.
there are orcs charging at you. You would have to stop and make a good old perception check if you want to know how many there are. There are a lot.
Okay, at this point,
Right, a perception check. Do we have the time for a perception?
It's up to you. They are 45 foot away from you and sprinting. And there are lots.
Because
I
I
might
say we
What was that?
keep
Sorry,
moving.
what was that, Eldritch?
At this point, I'm going to cast a spell. Because we've
Fantastic.
still got the stones near us, right? The big boulders.
Yeah, the boulders are sort of 5 foot behind you.
At this point, I'm going to use stone shape, which is going to be able to shape a stone in a way that I want. And I'm going to create a wall in front of us.
Yep, so is this a curved wall or a straight wall?
This is going to be quite a. It's like a one of them curved television.
Yep.
It's going to be like one of them, but it's going to have little holes in it so we can still see through it. But it's going to buy us a bit of time so we can make a good perception check.
Okay.
James, the stream's frozen, and so is the
I'm having real
one
trouble
on
with lagging.
Discord.
Is that better?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Oh yeah, there we go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are we moving?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Sorry, I'm having real cutting out problems. I'm dropping FPS left, right, and center.
Good thing it's a one shot.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Okay, so you now have a wall, a sort of I'm not even going to try and work out whether it's convex or concave. It's curved. It's curved going behind you to your right and left ever so slightly.
Yeah, it's a convex.
It's convex, beautiful. And you've got little, are these arrow-sized holes, Eldritch, or are these slightly larger head-sized holes?
They're not big enough that you can do stuff through them. We have a couple of holes like that, so if you wanted to shoot like an arrow from it, you could. But we mainly just have like eyeball-sized holes.
Okay. At this point, Pickle is sort of passing you little berries. You have no idea what they do, but each of you now has a blue berry on you.
Is that an item?
Hold on.
No, you don't need to add it as an item. You just...
Okay, who here is going to make the perception check? So just build this wall to make a perception check.
I could do it.
would I recognize this berry as a good berry?
You have absolutely no idea what this berry is right now.
Can I-
Right
It's
now.
nothing you've seen.
Interesting.
Okay, I would be more than happy to go for the perception check.
I
if
have a
you would
plus
like.
3 on perception. What about you?
You've got a +3.
Uh-huh.
I've got a
Perception.
+8.
Okay, then.
Ooh,
Anyone got higher than plus 8?
I've got a +10.
What? What are you
I-
playing?
But I have a plus.
I am playing
zero.
a druid.
You have
Okay.
a plus 0, Lorenzo.
I am
Oh,
playing a
Yeah.
caster class whose casting stat is wisdom.
Okay, Jarroway, can we get a perception check then, please?
Yeah, I would love to go.
Please
look-
identify for us how many orcs are chasing our ass.
How many orcs does a 28 let me see?
Okay, can I also have an intelligence check, please?
Ooh. Raw intelligence check? That's a no.
And that is
Just
a,
a
how
no,
many
you
is a
mean,
no? You rolled a 2. You count up to 20, and then you realize you don't know any more numbers.
Oh,
I'm smarter than that. I know my numbers.
James.
I'm not
uh,
Wolfgang.
Frozen
Get
again.
out of
No,
here.
No, it's coming, it's coming.
yeah, and Discord, the quality's gone down hard. Oh, the quality's back.
Oh, it's
Fantastic.
Yeah, we're having issues.
Ask and
It'll
you
cut
shall
in and out.
receive.
It'll cut in and out. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm really sorry. Oh, you've identified there are 20 orcs, and you know that that is more than half of the orcs that are charging towards you. That is about as good as your maths is going to carry you right now in a hurry.
Okay. How many do you say? How many are there? How many
Oh
do you
yeah,
reckon?
there's well over 20 of these motherfuckers. And I will pull out my staff of power, which I already had out, but I'm pulling it out anyway. I will use. Wait, no, that's not staff of power. That's just a spell I have. I will look at all these orcs. I will laugh maniacally, and I will cast Wall of Fire at the.
At the wall in front of you?
Aren't they behind us?
No,
Aren't they chasing us?
There is a wall in front of you. There are orcs charging towards it. Eldritch has made a wall, and you've just peeked through a hole in the wall.
Ow!
Are you attempting to fire this wall of fire through it, or are you placing it in front of, like, between the wall and you guys?
No. I thought they were chasing us down. Sorry.
They are running towards you, but you are
misinterpreted.
as yet to turn them to be behind you.
Oh, no. No, I will not wall of fire yet.
There goes my maniacal laugh.
Hey,
The maniacal
Yeah,
laugh
whatever.
in preparation of the carnage that's about to happen.
in the time of your perception check, they've advanced about 15 foot. There's now 30 foot between you and these enemies and a wall.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
fine. There's a wall in the
I
way.
have an idea. We have the capability to fight at range. We can take shots and run. Take shots and run.
Okay, so we're not technically in combat right yet, right?
We're
permanently in combat.
yeah. I mean, technically we're permanently in combat, yeah, but we're not fighting at the minute. No.
Okay, I'm
Do
kind
we
of.
want to be fighting?
Do we have a way to avoid this? Because they seem to be charging at us already.
I mean, we have a way to just nuke the shit out of them.
I mean, I'm currently looking at what my flame strike does.
I can quite literally mow them the fuck down.
Okay,
Yeah.
alright, let's
If you believe in that,
fucking
then let's fucking do it.
Yeah, dude, fucking.
Okay, before we go into combat, then I am going to cast. Which spell is it? Hold up. God, I can't remember what. It's one of the spells to give something to somebody. Never mind, just I'll skip it. I'll do it another time.
No, that's
Right.
okay. Were you looking for something like aid, or symbol of hope, or bless,
I'm trying to read them
Beacon
all.
of hope? Bestowing hope and vitality?
There's a lot of spells that he could
Okay.
potentially use.
Yeah, okay, so I'm going to use a bless on the first
Bless.
level,
Yep.
and I'm going to use it on Scorn.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Before we fight, I'm also gonna cast Beast Bond on Toby.
Okay, so by the way, if you
This is
don't
such
know
D&D
this,
ASMR right now. What the hell?
Scorn, you now have
You sounded very
a
excited.
plus D4 roll to the number of the.
He knows his blesses.
Okay.
Okay, Lorenzo, you first.
What? I'm never first.
I'm blessed.
I mean, I can't really do much because
Are you sure about that? I'm sure you can do
I mean,
something.
kind of, not really, not against 20 people. I was thinking that you guys could aim, like take them out at range, and then if they get close, then us melee people can.
Well, I'm pretty
What is
sure
Toby
we
doing right
can
now?
shoot people. I'm pretty sure we can clear a horde and then, just kill off the remaining ones that actually make it through.
What's Toby doing right now?
Yeah, that's a great question. What is Toby doing right now?
You munch
Go
these
fuck
fools.
yourselves.
Is he evading people as he still tries to run? Right in.
Hold on a second. Oh fuck. Okay.
I'm just saying, I have the perfect spell for this situation.
You do. Wall of Fire is fucking beautiful.
Oh no, it's better than Wall of Fire.
Oh, don't tell me it's a fireball.
No, it's Firestorm.
Oh no.
Don't make me bless.
I stand in front of the wall.
You're walking round the wall, yeah?
Yeah. With Toby, waiting, and I've got my hand on Toby's fur. He's like on all fours, and he's like growling, and we're just gonna hold it there.
Oh,
Make a dex check, please.
wait, can I just say something really quickly? I didn't realize I can bless up to 3 creatures, so I'm gonna bless Scorm, Lorenzo, and Toby.
As a spear flies towards you, you duck to the right-hand side as fast as you can.
Yeah, I got
Crashes
19.
into the wall behind you. Yeah, I saw. Yep, so that brings us to Jarrowir.
Ooh, okay. I will peek around this wall.
Yeah,
Begin
that's
my
15 foot of
maniacal-
movement, by the way. To the
Huh?
right. That's 15 foot of movement. The right one.
Yeah, that's fine. That is quite alright. I will begin to cast Firestorm, which there's no really beginning. You just cast it. It's a
Okay.
instant thing. And I'm just going to, because I can pretty much shape it however I want with a bunch of up to 10-foot cubes. So
Okay.
easily enough to envelop all of them. And they must all make Dex saving throws, and they will take a ass load of fire damage.
Give me a damage roll. Just roll once.
So that will be 8 times 7 is 56. So
Each enemy.
to each enemy.
It's fair to say you've got a lot of roasted orcs running towards you.
I'll roast the dwarves too. I'm not
That's
opposed.
fine. You've roasted at least 20 orcs. They are crumbling to the ground on their knees, burning up. The smell.
Oh no! Every dwarf I can see
smell
is getting it.
absolutely disgusting. The
Right, guys.
remainder of the orcs were right at the back, and they are burning and on fire and charging into their friendly ranks. There is fire spreading like wildfire. I will say you've decimated a lot of orcs. You've also drawn a lot of attention.
Jarrowir, remind me never to piss you off.
Yeah, you're right.
That's okay. I'll just use command on him. Maybe fine.
So at this
Oh,
point, you
something
now
that
have.
requires a wisdom save.
At this point, you are now sort of 50, 60 foot away from the nearest orc. There are 3 burning tents as the fire is now spreading right from tent to tent towards your right. Slightly between that is the rear end of a catapult that's being marched through by a large pile of very heavily armored orcs. I will remember which team we're on.
Yep.
And on the left-hand side of that, again, you see a row of sleeping tents.
Oh,
The
and
tents
just
are
as a
fast asleep.
specification, my firestorm did not burn any of the plants in the area per my discretion.
Okay. The grass is looking splendid underneath. Because
It is well fertilized with dirty orcs.
at this point, Pickle pops a blueberry
Fantastic.
in his mouth and starts charging off ahead of you. He's running incredibly fast for a dwarf. Incredibly fast for a dwarf.
Okay, that's interesting.
I still don't trust that berry. It's fucking meth.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, I will cast Long Stride on myself to gain 10 movement speed for the next hour, and I will chase after him.
He is charging directly towards the burning tents in front of you.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck it, let's go.
Jarrowir's off.
I trust our boy.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it.
Yeah, so
Are you all
Okay.
following?
Yeah, who's
I
got the next action?
I roll my eyes and say, "Come on, boy," and walk with them, like a slow pace, like a very casual
You're sauntering.
walk.
Okay. Is anybody else sauntering, or are you charging?
No, I'm gonna scarf down his berry and see what it does as well.
Okay, make a Constitution check.
Check
Yeah.
or save.
Constitution check.
Okay,
ooh, those are easy.
17.
Okay. As you swallow this berry down, you feel an invigorating sort of burning in your legs. You find your movement speed is doubled.
Doubled. Excellent. Okay, how close is the nearest orc that's still alive?
You are, unless the nearest orc you can see is sort of 70 or 80 foot to your diagonal front left, and he is the rear guard of the catapult that is being towed. The burning tents, however, are only 50 foot in front of you.
Okay, so our friend has charged towards the burning tents and not the catapults, and I do not like the idea of engaging the catapult squad right at this moment, even though that may be a course of action we could consider. I'll head towards the burning tent with and along the way I will pull my longsword out and get
You-
ready for melee
You
combat.
fly past Lorenzo at his sauntering pace. You soon overtake Jarrowir, and you're making a sort of gentle jogging march while his stubby legs are pumping like mad with his long stride.
Yep.
Carthran and Eldritch, what do you do? No, sorry, Eldritch and Scorm. What do you do?
I am chasing after them.
Okay.
Full dash actions.
Your legs are pumping away. You also pass Lorenzo in his sauntering pace.
Actually, you know what?
Uh,
No dash for the first. I don't want to dash the first time. I want to start frenzying before I start dashing.
Okay. You enter a wild rage, do you?
Yep, I
that's a
have not
flapping of-
exited rage.
Oh, okay.
I haven't exited rage.
Wow.
My rage is permanent till I tell it to end,
I
or
didn't
I
realize
fall
that.
unconscious.
Okay. So as your lips are flapping, charge away. Eldritch, you following?
Wait, how far am I away?
50 foot away from the burning tents, 15 foot away from Lorenzo and his sauntering bear, and the rest are sort of scattered between you and people.
Okay, I'm going to run past Lorenzo, slap his ass, tell him to hurry up.
Okay.
I bet Toby's going to give me a weird. Then I'm just going to. I mean, I can only move 25 foot, so I'm just going
Unless
to
you're
move.
popping berries, you are only moving 25 foot at a time.
Yeah, I'm going to save my berry for a rainy day.
Okay. Beautiful.
Dash action.
So at this point, wait, the berry. Halfran. You were the first on the scene. You find Pickle spurting water out of his arm, putting the tents out.
Who?
I'm going to grab him by the arm and say,
By his one arm,
Oh.
yes.
grab him by the arm and point his water away from the tent and say, "We're supposed to burn the tents, not put them out."
He shakes his head violently and he points. And just between the two tents, you see 3 wargs whimpering down under the smoke. He's clearly trying to protect the animals. Wargs are like large wolves that you could potentially ride. You've seen them in Lord of the Rings.
Oh.
Oh, okay, right.
Well, we're going to give Lorenzo one of them.
He's very distressed.
I forgive our brother for his actions. Our
Sorry?
brother truly knows the way.
Have I gotten there yet?
Yeah, you're all arriving on the scene at this point, sort of one by one.
So after seeing these wargs, I'd like to reach out to them, see if they are friendly to us or if they are just nasty.
Are you going close to them, or are you making the sort of working out from where you are?
I'm like, what are they? Are they in cages or are they tied
Oh,
up?
they're
or
15
like,
foot away.
are they-
Their legs. Each one has a rope from its neck to the sort of the legs of a table, sort of a sturdy table next to the tents.
Yeah, I'll go up to it.
Okay, make an animal handling check.
No, let me do it.
Ooh, that's
He's
a
a druid.
23.
Yep. So at this point, you realize that although the wargs are definitely evil creatures and would very much like to eat you right now, they are just terrified.
I will attempt to comfort them and. Oh, wait, I don't think I have it, but I'm gonna check anyway.
He's
Nope.
trying to use a Lorenzo skill. That's not going to work for you.
It's a druid skill. I
Oh,
just
is it a
don't
druid
have.
skill? Right, okay, you just don't
Yeah,
have it.
I did not expect any animals in this because there's never animals if you bring it. So fuck it.
Okay,
Right.
fantastic. So the
Exactly how it
wargs
works.
at this point have sort of got themselves into a small triangle between 2 burning tents, where they're far enough away from the flames, they're going to be okay. It's fair to say you've probably got about 3 or 4 minutes before the ropes that are tying these wargs to the table and the table are going up in flames, and the wargs will be free to run wherever they please.
So after I've scratched their ears and determined that they are friends, I have started untying them.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Each warg, as you untie it, is charging off away towards Mithrahall's safety away from the flames. They don't look like they're sticking around for a chat.
Okay, I'm going to cast Command.
On
Can I cast Command on the wall?
try.
Okay, it says 60 foot range. I'm assuming they're not 60 foot away from me yet.
Yep.
Okay, they need to do a wisdom saving throw.
Do that. What is your command?
To wait. To halt.
You command them to halt. Unfortunately, wargs don't speak dwarvish.
Shit. What name
They
is this?
speak common.
No, they do not. It definitely says this spell has no effect if the target is undead or if it does not understand your language, sadly. Wargs are not renowned for their speaking skills, and unless you are your niece and speak warg, but only in
I don't
my
think you know what you're talking about.
Then I cast speak with animals.
Uh-huh. What would you
What?
like to commune with?
And because running away at this point, right? Are they far?
Well, at this point, you were the last on the scene, so they're quite close to you.
Okay. I say, where do your alliances hold?
It's fair to say the raging, panicky wargs are particularly clear in their thoughts, but you're getting two very clear images. One is that they do not like the fire, and the other is that they're really hungry. So their alliances probably lie with food.
Well, we do have a spare dwarf that eats berries if you wanna munch him for a bit. Take his other arm.
No.
Maybe take a leg.
The warg
We're
looks
not-
probably interested and starts walking slowly towards you.
We're not feeding our fucking
You
friend.
can try and feed people.
Fucking friend.
The
What is
beast-loving
he?
druid to the wargs.
Hey,
I'm-
this isn't that other shitty NPC. He's brought us nothing but good things so far.
I'm
What good
here to
things?
protect everyone. If you try to feed him, you will be the one fed to him.
I thought you was here to protect us. Now you're turning on me.
At this
I thought
point,
you were
Pickle
saying-
has
Yeah,
wandered
you're
up to the
attacking
warg that
people.
was interested. He's also clearly speaking to him, though in no language you've ever heard, and is stroking the side of its ear. The warg is no longer not interested in eating people.
Ugh.
He's the animal-loving druid dwarf.
Who the fuck cares?
He's unlikely to be eaten by a warg. At this point, it's getting real hot for those of you who were untying wargs. You've now got 4 tents on fire, 1 directly in front of you, 3 to your right, and the catapult is sort of moving away, leaving a sort of 40-foot wide path towards the front line of the dwarves. However, obviously there is a catapult still in the way with orcs either side.
So are there any more orcs that were running towards us at this juncture, or?
No, it's fair to say there's sort of 30 foot towards, away from you, sort of the other side of the burning tent. You can see the back of the enemy army that is actually engaged in fighting.
Okay.
Oh,
So the other one, the other like
themselves.
40 or something that were running towards us, after the ones that were
No,
killed.
all
the
they
others-
did was run into each other, set each other on fire, and then die in a burning.
Oh, they're all
rage
dead. Okay,
of
fair.
Horrible
Yeah.
smell.
Right. Okay, that's totally fair. Right. Fantastic. So how far is it from the back line,
30 foot.
roughly?
Behind the
Thir-
tent. So you've got to walk round the tent, which is sort of 5 foot wide, and then 30 foot.
Do you guys fancy a scrap and plow our way through?
Sure.
I'm always down for cutting bitches up.
It's risky, but if I've got your support, then that's the
is.
move I would like to make.
Have you seen me swing this axe?
Yes,
risk
it's
involved.
terrifying. You, sir, are fucking scary. They
No
will be
risk
scared of you.
involved.
Pickle is now riding a warg and headed well away from you guys to the east. You have no idea why, but he's so far away by this point. He's dashing at 1,000,000 miles an hour on this warg.
You know what? This guy seems to know what he's doing. We're just gonna let him do his thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just like looking and go.
So, how thick does the military front line here look? How many orcs fill this little
I would say there's 3 foot between each orc, roughly. And you can see, I don't know, somewhere in the realms of 300 or 400 in your sight alone.
I have changed my mind and decided we should probably not do this.
I mean,
Well, no,
we
when
could.
I say 300 or 400, this is if you look as far as you can to the right, as far as you can to the left, and over the heads of the first orcs. Although being dwarves, you can't look very far over, which you can assume. You know, it's thick with fight, maybe 60 or 70 deep, and wide as you can see.
I think, considering it's 300 to 400 from the furthest to one side to the other, there's probably only about 20 or 30 directly in front of us. We could break through this front line, create an opening for the dwarven assault to push through, and succeed in our objective of breaking through all in one fell swoop. Do you guys think this is a bad idea still, or I'll let you decide if you think this is a good idea or not.
I'll be honest with you. I've just realised that I can speak to. Wait, what's our orc's name? Our orc friend.
Your orc friend is a dwarf. His name's Pickle, and he's
Oh,
ridden off into the distance on a warg.
okay, never mind.
Yes, you can speak Dwarvish, we know. The problem is he doesn't speak very good Dwarvish. Or any other language, for that matter, other than Dwarf. But he's oohed his way into the distance. Are you charging at the back line of the army, or are you looking around?
Well,
Want to weigh up my options before we charge.
yeah, we should probably think this one through if we're going to do this.
Listen, I'm just saying. Our goal was to get home, not commit kamikaze.
So your goal is to get to the front line of the
Well,
fight.
actually, I have a question about
The
that.
Brun.
Weren't we like
Yeah, but,
escorting like a cart of goods?
Yeah, I thought, all right.
Yeah, do we still have the cart with us?
No, you left it at the beginning. None of you decided to bring the cart with you.
Oh,
Then all
my
of this is a
God.
mute point.
Okay,
There is a
I'm-
reason Pickle is charged off. I would just give it a minute.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna bring the cart, isn't
Just
he?
want to get you.
Yeah, all right.
So if you
He's-
keep
oh,
engaging in
I was
discussion,
under the impression that we
hang
had
on,
to
hang
do
on,
this,
hang
like
on,
in our
hang on.
backpacks, not like a whole ass cart.
no, you're holding a cart full of
Hang
medical
on.
goods, weapons.
I've got it. Pickle is a certified genius. He's gone with the wargs. He's riding with the wargs.
Don't steal my lines. He is bringing. I'm joking. He's bringing.
We're going to have a
the
warg-drawn
with
cart
the
right now.
wargs at pulling it at the front. You can.
We're
see it
going to
coming
have a
towards you.
warg-drawn cart. That
Yes.
is genius. Pickle is a certified genius. I fucking love it.
Okay, but
Listen, I'm not giving him that much credit.
you do now have a 12
No, I'm
by
giving
6
him
foot
all credit.
cart pulled by 2 wargs. It is likely to draw attention should you go through the enemy, but it is maybe 150 foot to where you need to be.
Okay, what
So-
else do we see in like surrounding area?
So directly in front of you is the backline of orcs who appear engaged in some form of fight. Well, directly in front of you is a burning tent. Behind that, 30 foot away, is the backline of the army. They're clearly engaged in some form of combat. Most of them are holding bows and shooting over the head of their fellow orcs. They're very distracted. They're very forward focused. Slightly to the left, you can see the catapult sort of advancing through their ranks a certain way. It appears to be slowing down. Far to your right, the ground begins to rise very steeply. And that is the end of the orc line. And you remember from earlier on that the orc line ends at the far left, also with a rising ridge.
I have a thought for you guys. How overachiever do you feel right now?
I'll be honest with you, I have an idea.
Like a 3 out
What's
of
your
10.
idea, Eldritch?
I kind of want to give Scorn my berry and my potion of invisibility. And
Oh,
I like this plan
nice.
already.
and watch him charge into the catapults that are currently walking away from us.
I
am
was
super
actually
down.
thinking.
I'm
I was
super down.
I was
Oh, there's
thinking of
only one?
taking on the catapult crew as well. We could totally fuck up the catapult, destroy that thing, take out the crew, and that would also
And
be
use
our
the catapult.
overachiever mark
Yeah.
because we'll obviously be helping the dwarven front line from having their whatever rammed down by this gigantic catapult.
Scorn,
We can also.
Okay, can I see how many units are at the catapult, or can I make an
So
insight?
the catapult was lined either side with orcs. At no point have seen the front of the catapult in terms of where the enemies may be, so it would be very difficult for you to know how many orcs there are in total, but you have seen at least 12 either side. So that would be 24 in total, and a rear guard of sort of 8.
Okay, yeah, I'm done with my plans. Up to you, Scorn.
Okay, so how many total is it? It was like 20?
At
Right
least
now,
30,
you would say
let's
there's
say.
32, but that's only the back half of the catapult that you've seen.
Okay. Give me the berry.
Okay, make a constitution check. Please.
Who, me or Scorn?
Scorn,
Scorn's the one eating it.
Well, that's gonna be a sweet 8.
Sweet 8. At this point, you feel a very strange flavor on your tongue. The back of your throat is buzzing. Do
Would you
you
consider
wish
this
to
poison?
swallow?
Would you consider this poison?
Would you consider this poison? It tastes vile. Your throat's buzzing. Are you swallowing it?
It's
It certainly wasn't poison to me, my friend.
Yeah, I'm still gonna swallow it.
Make a constitution
can't hurt me.
save, please.
If it's poison, it can't hurt me. I have resistance to poison. I also asked if it was poison because I have advantage on poison
I'm
checks.
well aware. Make a Constitution save.
12.
12. At this point, you realize that what is actually happening is the berry is catching fire as you're chewing it.
Oof.
You have a severely scorched mouth and throat. You take 8 points of damage. And it's fair to say you're going to have a hard time eating anything for quite a long while. You've also got horrific gas. You are, however, feeling an invigorating feeling in your legs, and you're able to run fairly fast. Would you like to follow it down with an invisibility potion?
Yeah, I would.
Good luck.
I can join him with my berry and my trait vanish.
Okay. Vanish away.
This is a very bad plan. We should let me do my thing first.
He does have a rampaging bear with him.
Ooh.
Okay.
Take it away, guys.
All right, I'm
Whichever
invisible,
direction
yeah?
you would like. Yeah, you are both completely
I'm
invisible.
gonna.
Well,
I'm charging straight.
Don't. I need to take a Constitution check too if I'm taking the berry.
you're taking the berry as well?
Hmm.
You probably don't need to take a Constitution check. You are well aware that it makes fiery flames. You've just seen Scorm burping flames. Would you like to take the berry anyway? Yep. Okay. Make a Constitution save, please.
Here's what you do. You do the pro gamer move where you pop the berry in your mouth but don't chew it, and then you drink the potion and swallow it like a pill.
15.
15. Yeah, this is going down. You know, your typical dwarven toughness. You sort of little bit of smoke puffs out. Your legs are invigorated. You're ready to run. I can't find the text for vanish.
You can use the hide action as a bonus action on your turn. Also, you can't be tracked by non-magical.
Oh, you are hiding. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a second. I'm not entirely sure how this would work.
I've just made Scorn like a raging torpedo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any other quite cool magic spells you want to cast on me and give me before I charge in here?
If you're going to attempt to hide, I think it's fair to say that once you take an action, you would be still visible. No, is that not how hide works?
Is what?
Yes, that's exactly how it works.
Yeah.
It depends what action it is, because you can be hiding behind something and do stuff that is not like.
He's about to charge
affect
into an
the
enemy.
Yeah, no, he's going to attack the enemies.
Right. Okay. So if you don't attack, I think it's fair to say, give me a stealth check anyway. Give me a stealth check anyway, just to see how quietly you're running.
Who? Both of us?
No, Lorenzo. No, you're fine. You're invisible. He's not
I got
invisible.
18.
He's hiding. Okay. Yeah. It's fair to say you
That's
can get.
good.
You can charge alongside him. What is Toby doing? He didn't drink an invisibility potion.
No, he's staying back.
Coward.
At this point, Pico arrives on the scene with his war-drawn carriage, if you like, and he's leapt off his wargs. He's gesturing wildly with his one arm, his stump swinging round on the left-hand side, and he's very excited to be with Toby while you leave. So if the two of you would like to advance.
Well, I think at this point we're just going to be following him, but obviously slowly.
Okay, is the cart coming with you? I think at this point it's...
Yeah.
No.
I think we're leaving our boy Pico in charge of the cart. He seems to know what he's doing. We apparently have no concept of how carts work.
I said to leave it there.
We did leave it at the beginning. But yeah, okay. At this point, Pico's sort of taking charge of the cart. He's perfectly fine with the cart and with Toby, so you guys can follow as you please.
He is following everyone else. Toby's not being left behind.
No, they're following, but sort of at a glacial pace where they're waiting for you to clear some ground. They're not charging into the enemies with a cart. They're taking their time about it. If you would like Toby to extend ahead...
Yeah, I would.
Is he going to keep pace with Jarraware and Eldritch
Yeah.
at this point? Okay, that's fine. And... Pathran, what are you doing at this point? Pathran?
Are
you following as well?
First things first, I'm going to say to Pickle, you sir are amazing. I'm sorry I doubted you. And now I will make chase and charge forward with my longbow drawn.
Okay, bear in mind you have the berry. Are you keeping pace with Jarraware or are you keeping pace with the two invisible people?
I'll keep pace with Jarraware because
You might.
I'm not going to be making myself completely visible right at the front of the pack. That is not smart.
And Eldritch, you're keeping pace with Jarraware and Pathran?
I'm staying between Jarraware and the car.
Okay. At this point, Scorm, you're arriving on the scene. You find yourself sort of surrounded, if you like. There's 6 orcs right in front of you, 2 back, and then a long line of them, and a catapult in front of you.
Cool.
These
I'd
are
like to get as
heavily
in the center
armored.
of them as I can.
Yep, you are in the center with 3 orcs either side.
Cool. Do they seem super meaty, or
They are heavily armored.
I just wanted to know. I've just had my first
Face-covered
D&D.
helmet.
I just wanted to say I've had my first D&D oh shit moment.
What have you done?
Oh.
Just when you said they're heavily armored, I went, oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah, these are probably the elite guard, if anything. These are going to be tough guys. But we can fucking take them.
Scorm,
Let's
what do
do
you
it.
do?
Here we go. Swinging on the
Oh,
closest
you are
person
coming
for
straight out of
a
visibility and
30.
going ham. Fantastic.
Here we go.
Let's have some damage.
30.
please. It's fair to say you're invisible. I don't need a hit roll. I just need a damage roll.
Okay.
If you miss one invisible
16.
swinging axe at somebody who's right next to you, you are the worst barbarian in history.
16.
So it's fair to say that you've hit him pretty hard. The first orc is a little pissed. He turns to you. He grabs his sword out. He's ready to fight back. Would you like to attack
Cool.
again?
Of course.
Just damage roll is fine. This particular enemy, he is very not ready for you.
13.
13. Okay, you've now got a dent in the side of his head and a dent in his chest plate. How many
That's
attacks
cool.
do you get?
One more attack.
Okay.
Yes.
So take 15.
Okay, he's now got 2 identical dents either side of his armor and a dent in the side of his helmet. He is he's dazed. He swings his sword vaguely towards you and misses like an idiot. But the ranks are closing in. At this point, Lorenzo, you find yourself with 3 orcs to your right, 3 orcs to your left in a triangular fashion. One is directly to your right, one directly to your left, and the other 3 in front of you. 4 in front of you.
Okay, so the one closest to my right.
Yep.
I use both my attacks to use my lance to sweep the legs of the guy,
Yep.
try and knock him on the ground, and then not with the pointy end, but like with the side.
Yep.
To whack it over his face.
Okay. Give me a damage roll. 2 damage rolls and a hit roll, please.
Hit roll is 30.
Ooh.
Bloody hell.
Fucking hell.
Damage is 8. And then is 10.
Was that 30 a nat 20 roll? Was that a 10 plus 10? A 20 plus 10?
No, that one was an 18.
Thank you. Okay, so you sweep the legs of the enemy out. He's a strong orc, but he's still gone down. And as you plunge your spear towards his neck, where there is a small crease, you sort of nearly wedge it in the gap. You've left a fair dent. You've obviously bruised him badly, but you haven't quite pierced through into his neck. At this point, the orcs close in. The first one swings wildly at Scorm, and misses. It's nowhere near him. The second one makes a sort of step forward past his friend. He's got a great axe in his hand, and he swings it down towards your shoulder. It crunches into the back of your shoulder, dealing
To who?
you dealing 14
That's
damage.
important.
Awesome.
How much?
14, but 7.
Okay, and I'm going to swing right back at him.
Yep, swing back. Hit roll.
Oops. Yeah, sorry, I meant to do that.
Okay, you've hit God only knows what. Your passing train, the floor.
29.
He's not impressed. The next orc charges towards what is Lorenzo's vulnerable back, effectively, with a tiny little dagger. He's got a massive great axe on his back, but he's pulled a tiny little dagger, and he's struck
That's
down at your
concerning.
back, dealing 4 damage to Lorenzo. And if you'd then like to make a Constitution save, please. Assuming you're not
Yeah,
immune to
I'll
poison.
play armor, mate. Wait, how much was the damage?
4.
Okay, then what am I doing?
Assuming you're not immune to poison, make 2 Constitution saves, please. And
I
pick the
thought-
higher number. You have an advantage against poison.
Okay.
Give me the higher roll.
I think 25 should come.
Yeah, you're fine. Don't worry about a second roll. There you feel a sort of burning pain at the back of your neck. You sort of, you're aware that there was poison in it, but you're highly resistant to the poison. At this point, Jarawir and Carthran, you are sort of now within 25 foot of the enemies surrounding your comrades. Carthran, would you like to make your move, please?
Okay. Yeah, thinking about this one. They are heavily armored. I'm going to abandon the longbow plan, stow that on my back quickly, pull out my longsword and shield, and proceed to charge into combat with the nearest one to Lorenzo, and I'm going to start thrusting with my sword.
Is this the one on the floor under his lance, or the one standing behind his back?
The one standing behind his back.
Okay.
Let's go with that one.
Can I just confirm, has your armor class just gone up?
Because I've got my shield out, yes.
Okay. What is it now?
Well, without the shield, it's 21. It's 26 right now.
26, thank you. Okay, so swing to hit, please.
Okay, go for the first hit. The sword. 16.
Yep.
Is that a hit?
Yep.
Okay,
Sounds surprised.
let's go for a 9 for damage.
Well, you're swinging at his back. That's the only reason you've hit.
Oh, wait, no. Sorry, no, it isn't a 9. It's because I hit when I attack an object with this magic hit. Oh, it's not an object, is it? It's a
It's not an
person.
object. It's a
Yeah.
it's an orc. He
Yeah.
feels very
Orcs are
objectified at
dirty
this moment, and his
objects.
constitution doubles.
Objectified. I will
9
objectify him
damage, yeah.
harder.
So this sort of leaves a sort of slight slash on the armor, but nothing much else. Jaraway, you are also within 30 foot of range. What would you like?
Hold up. I'm not done with my turn yet.
Oh, sorry, yeah, of course. You
Fuck
Yeah.
you, James.
Is you a champion?
Damn.
So, since that hit his armor, does that mean I do even more damage to his armor and potentially break it because of the longsword of sharpness? No? Okay.
Wait, but if he's
Shame.
hitting the armor's an object.
Yes, but if you
Yeah.
hit metal objects with metal objects, sharpness doesn't come into it.
I
Power
mean,
comes into it. He's
I mean,
swung hard
what
enough
does
to
come
deal
into it
9
though? What does come
damage.
into it though? Because it's a longsword of sharpness. Whenever I do hit an object, it deals maximum damage.
It's not dealing maximum damage.
Okay.
This is, it's an armored orc. This is
Okay.
Please stop objectifying my orcs and roll.
Okay, I will stop objectifying
roll
my
for
orcs and go
hit,
for a second
please.
attack.
Also, are you a champion, and how many attacks have you got?
I've got 3 attacks because I'm a champion.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Okay, so that's a 16 to hit.
Not a nat 20, I assume.
26 with the bonus, yeah. So 16 plus 10, 26.
Okay.
Damage?
Mm-hmm.
Another 15.
Hits, your 16's hitting. Okay, at this point, you have made a proper massive gash in the chain at the side under his arm, and you have dealt some damage.
Fantastic. I will go for a third attack on the same guy. Let's
Okay,
see what it happens. Oh, that's a nat 20.
fantastic.
Oh,
at this
right,
point,
when you
you
attack a creature with this weapon and roll a 20 on the attack roll, that target takes an extra 14 slashing damage, then roll another d20. If you roll a 20, you lop off one of the target's
Don't
limbs.
worry about rolling again.
Okay.
As you make your third attack, it creases through the side and rips into his heart. The first orc crumbles to the ground dead.
Beautiful.
Eldritch, you are 40 foot away, so you can get close enough to cast spells, but not to make a melee attack.
Okay, well, I want to cast a spell because it's got a 60-foot range.
Yep, you're going to cast from where you're standing, yeah? Would you also like to
Yeah.
move a little bit forward? Or
I would like to move within about 20 foot.
Okay, you move to 20 foot away from the enemies. What
Okay,
would
and
you
I'm
like
going
to
to
cast?
cast a shield up. Wait, if I use a concentration, can I still use a bonus or no?
I believe that's a yes. Anybody like to confirm? Doesn't stop using a bonus action, does it?
Clarify again?
If
If
he's
I-
using a concentration spell, can he make a bonus action?
Yes, I'm pretty sure.
Don't see any reason why not.
Concentration is only broken when
When
you
you're hit.
specifically break concentration with either another concentration or on damage. That's a failed concentration save.
Yeah. So
Okay,
what spell are you
so
casting?
I am going to be casting level 1 Shield of Faith onto Scorn.
Okay.
So he gets +2
AC.
AC.
Yep.
And then my bonus action is going to be, let me just find it. And then I'm going to be doing Healing Word.
Okay. Who are you healing?
I'm going to be healing Scorn as well.
Storm is full health.
No, he's not.
Storm is
That's
taking
Lorenzo. That's
15 damage.
Lorenzo took only a minor amount of damage.
Storm has taken
Oh,
15.
sorry. Yep.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
lost track of who's who. Yep.
So I need to roll a 1d4 plus 6.
Yep.
Okay. So
Oh yeah, my D&D Beyond overlay didn't update. That's what it was. My bad.
No. Yeah, 7.
If you'd like to apply that healing. Young Scorm.
I got you, buddy. I won't let you die.
How much?
7.
How much was the heal? 7? Okay.
Okay, at this point, a small, tiny little dwarf steps onto the middle of the. Oh, sorry, that is.
One more time.
That's a
I'll
funny
be
looking
back
door.
one more
Not
time.
tiny.
That is not what we were looking for. This tiny little dwarf jumps on top of the catapult.
Wait, dwarf or orc?
Orc! They're all orcs! They're all orcs, I'm sorry!
I was going to say,
What-
have we got
what
the
is going
cavalry
on?
arriving? Are we getting
What
back
is
up?
going on?
No.
Totally lost-
He's on our side, guys.
He's sure as hell not on your side. And at this point, yes, this small orc leaps onto the top of the catapult. He slams his staff down and a blue light sort of bursts forth from it. You probably, would any of you know what it is? You could make a good guess at what he's done, but you're not 100% sure. But a blue light is now emitting from the top of his staff.
My guess is that's not very good.
Good guess, dude.
My guess is
Shit,
that's
bro,
not good at
okay.
all. Right.
But that brings us to Jarraway.
Ooh.
You're currently
Um,
15 foot away. You can move as close.
Yeah. So there's the little dude standing on top of the catapult with this mysterious blue thing
Blue light's just pulsing.
pulsing. Is it like a sphere or something around him, or is it just like
Oh,
emitting
it's just
light?
it's, at the top of his staff. It's just emitting a sort of blue light out. It's going
Oh, so
upwards.
it's got one of those cheesy little umbrellas.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it looks like.
Yeah, alright. I will use my Thorn Whip cantrip on him, and I'm gonna try and pull him back and just topple him over, knock him off the catapult.
Yep. Roll
That's-
to hit, I believe. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's a 28 to hit.
Yep, that's hitting. Can I just confirm, is there a check against this pulling?
Nope.
Oh, it's just pulling, no matter what.
Depends on the size of the.
Yeah,
Thing
okay,
you're
so
pulling.
you create a fine light whip covered in thorns that lashes out at your command toward a creature in range. Make a melee spell attack against the target. If the target hits, the creature takes 1d6 piercing damage,
Yeah,
leveled
I
up at
got
higher levels.
You're casting this at
and if
first
the
level.
creature
right?
is... What? No, it's a cantrip.
Oh, of course it is. Sorry.
So it does 3d6 damage, which was a 6, a 6, and a 5, because fuck his shit. That's a 17 damage.
Mhm.
Nice.
Yeah, and if it's large or smaller, you pull the creature 10 feet closer to you. And it does not say anything about a saving throw or anything of the sort.
It is magic.
No, it's
Yeah, you know,
physical, though.
it hits him, it pulls him along the catapult towards you, but he's still sort of at the very tip with his blue emitting staff. He looks down at you, slightly irritated.
Alright, that's all I need to do. Look, actually no, fuck it. I'm gonna walk right up to his face and intimidate the shit out of him.
Okay, if you want to walk up to his face, you're going to have to make a leap. He's on top of a catapult. He's 15 foot upwards.
But no, I pulled him.
Okay, you pulled him along the catapult. You
No,
said it pulled you 10 foot, correct?
Yeah.
Pulled him 10 foot. Okay, he was in the center of the catapult. He's now closer to the edge of the catapult.
Oh, no, see, I was trying to pull him off of the catapult.
Oh, okay.
Alright,
That's a
so
big
wait, question. How big is the catapult?
70 foot in length and sort of 15 foot tall and 15 foot wide.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, if you...
Yeah, so if he was standing in the center of the catapult, that would only be, like, from one side or the other. If he was standing in the center of it, that would be
Are
like
you trying to
7.5
put him
feet.
sideways? Because right now the catapult
Yeah.
is lengthways away from you 70 foot.
No, I'm gonna go up sideways to it to pull him sideways
Oh, okay,
off
yeah,
the
yeah.
catapult.
So he sort of stumbles
Yeah.
to the side of the catapult. Right, okay. Sorry, I was pulling him towards you.
No,
Yeah, okay.
no.
You're
I
pulling him
would walk
sideways.
over to the side of the catapult, so, like, he's facing this way, and I'm coming up to the side here and, like, toppling him over.
Okay, if you are moving into to the side of the catapult, the 35 foot along the edge of the catapult to where he was standing to put him sideways, you're walking through a lot of orcs. See what I mean, right? So if you're looking at it, the catapult.
Oh, how many is a lot?
Well, there were 12 on either side. You've walked past 6 orcs.
Ow!
Yeah, you know,
Okay.
this is a long-ass 70-foot catapult.
Never mind.
He was 50 foot
It
away
was
from you.
not clear how many orcs were on directly
Yeah,
on the
he's
side.
also
They're
50
all
feet
on the
away from
side
you
of the
with this
catapult in a
thorn whip.
line.
Yeah, 12 either side,
No,
6 in front of you.
Fuck that thorn whip. No, had I
I
known there were
was very
orcs there like
confused.
that. Yeah, me too. It was
apologies.
not made
The
clear
battle
by
map,
the.
maybe.
Imagine that.
Yeah,
Imagine
no.
thorn whipping and aggroing like the entire fucking horde.
I was slightly worried for you. No,
Yeah,
he's
no.
currently standing 35 foot along the catapult, which is 15 foot up and currently 15 foot away from you because you're not with your melee friends.
Okay.
And
No,
he's emitting
so,
a blue light. Other than that, he's not doing anything.
no. So fuck him. Fuck his blue
Yeah.
light. What I will do is I will go to the side of the catapult and I will use my staff of power. I will expel 5 charges to cast lightning bolt.
Okay, and you're casting it along the right-hand line, yes?
Yeah, I'm going like straight down it to try and clear out the guys in front of me on the catapult.
So as they line the 70 feet, you have 60 foot of range, is that correct? Or is it 40?
It's 60 feet.
Okay, you're gonna hit all but like the last guy, should you hit. Just 1 damage roll is okay.
31 damage.
31 damage. Okay, your lightning thunders through them. They are well shaken up. Some of them have some smoldering marks coming out of them. None of them full, but they're looking pretty shaken.
Excellent.
Nice.
At this point, this blue light emitting, strange guy, casts out, holds out his staff, and he casts out a spell at you. Bear with me a second while I try and find it. He casts a pillar of flame down upon the 6 orcs attacking you, and the three of you in melee range. Is that correct? Lorenzo,
Okay.
Cartran, and Scorm are all in melee range. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. If you would like to make a Dex saving throw, please.
Roger that. Dex saving throw. That's a
got-
nat 20, 23.
I got 23 as well.
Oh, hold on. Sorry, I'll
Holy shit, that's 2 nat 20s in a row. What the
that
fuck?
is a 14 damage to those of you who rolled below a 16. And
Can I
those who
see-
rolled above.
Can I see what's hitting us?
Yeah, you can see the blue light emitting from the top of his staff. You can see the flame strike above your, like, on your face. What you
Cool.
can't do is sort of have direct sight of his whole body because he's standing
No,
on top of
I just needed to know if I could roll again.
You can roll.
7 damage, was it?
Yeah. If you rolled above a 14, you take 7, and if you roll below a 14, you take 14.
Back to what I had.
Okay, I've taken my 7 off. The peacocks sound beautiful. What are you talking about, Heather?
Yeah, I didn't realize that they were so loud you guys could hear them.
At that point, we are going to take a 3-minute break.
Yeah, I'll make a cup of tea.
Lorenzo, you have an orc under your spear, under your lance. I apologize. Lying down, you currently have your spear on its neck. There is a rather dead orc behind you directly, and there is one to your left who looks rather damaged. Behind you are another 3 orcs. How do you proceed?
Okay, so I hold the lance at the like. So the pointy bit's there, and then the stick, for a lack of a better word, that right at the end of it.
Yep.
And I do 2 in quick succession jabs in his throat.
Okay, give me a strength check instead of a hit roll.
Ooh, that's getting spicy. Oh no.
I have the worst luck with dice.
Oh,
This
no.
game hates me.
I can't see your rolls.
It's 20.
It's really not.
It's 7.
And the second one?
Let's see if you can make worse for this one.
Wait,
22.
that's strength save.
So your
Oh,
first...
sorry. That was a save. Sorry.
That's a
Okay.
16 if you take the 11
Yeah.
still.
Okay, we'll take the 16, that's fine.
Oh, it was 22 anyway.
Okay, cool. Make a damage roll.
Okay, great.
Just one.
18.
Okay,
Ooh.
your first shove doesn't quite pierce through the armor, but your second one does, and it sort of settles into his throat.
Armor? I thought there was a slight gap.
Yeah. So it's, but you had it wedged in the gap.
Okay.
So your first jab doesn't quite make it through, but your second does. You now have a lance, sort of in his throat. He's gargling. He's grappling with your spear, trying to hold it away. And we turn to Toby, young Toby, the armored bear. What does he do?
Okay, so Toby walks up to the guy that I'm struggling to kill.
Yeah.
Right.
You're struggling.
Yeah.
You rolled a
And
seven. You are struggling.
He takes out just a single claw.
Yeah.
Just a single claw. And gently starts to put pressure right in the side of his neck and just keeps going.
Okay, roll to hit.
What, an unarmed...
Just roll a 20 dice. I'll give it a +5.
What, a d20?
Yeah, just roll a d20.
18.
18, okay, that hits. So he's got his claw going against it, and then if you roll a d12 for me, please. Can you roll a d12? Yes, you can. Just double checking. I'm pretty sure you can. 1? 1? Okay.
You had the worst luck with that!
He gently probes at the orc's neck. I'm unsure whether the orc is aware of the bear's presence as yet.
Me, man.
And
Trying to do these fun, interesting things, and the dice hates me.
that brings us to Eldritch. Eldritch, how do you proceed? You are currently 20 foot away, is that correct?
Yeah, I'm
20 foot away. You've got 3 orcs standing to your left, untouched. One in the center, untouched. One in the center who looks fairly damaged, and one under Lorenzo's spear and bear single claw, who still looks kind of okay, surprisingly. But it is definitely prone.
Okay, can I see the orc that is sat on top of the catapult?
Very clearly, but it is... I mean, it's 35 foot away from the orcs, so it is 35 plus 20, 55 foot away from you.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, I'm going to use... Wait, is it still doing stuff? Like, is it still channeling?
It's just got a blue light pulsing above its head, and it's sort
Okay,
of...
I'm going to use command on that orc.
Okay.
And I'm going to command it to drop. So the target drops whatever it's holding and then ends its turn. What?
Just make a wisdom check. I have made the wisdom save.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Wait, do I have to do something against that?
Unfortunately
I
not.
just need to
no.
make an 18 save roll, and he is a cleric. It's
Clerics have very high wisdom.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing happens.
There's so much I don't know about this game.
Yeah,
dude.
so basically, when it says make a wisdom check, if you click on the spell right at the top, it says attack/save, wisdom 18. If you're against a cleric, it is likely to have very high wisdom, and decent charisma and lower intelligence /dex/strength.
So that was my whole time doing
Depends on
nothing.
the
Brilliant.
character. Well,
Clerics will
bonus
never have
actions.
low intelligence because religion is an intelligence skill.
yeah, okay. They will be vaguely intelligent, but it will be lower than the wisdom.
Yeah.
You have some
Okay.
bonus actions.
Hold up. Wait, was that?
You have a bonus action if you wish to use it.
Yeah, I'm looking at that what it does.
Shield of Faith, spiritual weapon.
Yeah, I'm just trying to read what spiritual weapon does.
It's basically an attack.
The thing is, I don't have anything within 5 feet of me, so I have
No,
like...
but you do have it within 20 feet. You can move the weapon 20 feet. So you could place the weapon in place, but you couldn't attack with it this turn. Is that correct?
As a
Mm,
bonus
So you need
action,
to create it
remove the
first.
weapon 20 feet and repeat the attack against creatures within 5 feet of it.
The creation is an action. Is that correct? And the moving it is the bonus action.
Yeah, but I think it's one of those things where the turn you created, it gets to attack, and then you concentrate and you can
Yeah.
use your bonus action on
So
subsequent
I
turns.
believe then you would have to create the spiritual weapon first as an action before you could move it on your bonus action.
No, it gets to attack instantly, and I think
Yes,
because
but
it's spiritual weapon, right?
yeah, but he's just used his weapon, his action, right? He
Oh,
can't then
yeah,
use
yeah,
another action to cast it. Yeah.
Okay, then
unfortunately,
I'll just pass.
Are you staying 20 foot away?
Yeah, I have no reason to get close.
And that brings us to Jarawir.
Oh yeah, that's me.
I'm just watching his camera and I'm going, what is he reading?
no, I'm
please
reading
no, my
spiritual weapon.
diaphragms.
Right, okay.
Okay, yeah. So for clarity, spiritual weapon, you create it within 60 feet of you, and then after that, on your next turn, you can move it up to 20 feet.
Yeah.
And the turn you create it, you can attack with it.
Yeah.
So all these orcs are still in a line next to this thing again.
So in front of you, directly, is a line of 12 orcs, 11 of whom look pretty trembly and damagey from your lightning bolt. You have a cleric standing on top of the catapult, who is 35 foot away from you and slightly to your left. And then directly to your left, you have Lorenzo standing over a prone orc and such and such. Or
Yes,
untouched orcs and a damaged one.
So since they're all in line of me,
Mhm.
that sounds like a great use of another lightning bolt.
Okay, roll for damage.
Ooh, that's a 6 times 8 is 48 damage of the
48
lightning.
damage. This
Yeah.
thunders through the line. As it thunders through the line, this blue pulsing orb above the staff starts to really expand. But nevertheless, the orcs crumble to the ground. You can see the static charges coming out of their armor. At this point, the other side of the catapult, the 12 orcs start to maneuver around, start facing you.
Mm-hmm.
Now no longer in a line.
So is the catapult like turning in a circle
No,
because
no,
it's
no.
lopsided now?
Imagine they were in a line like this, and they're now
Yeah.
curving around the edge. So the first 4 or 5 of them are now sort of within sight of you at the end of the catapult.
Gotcha. So I will use my bonus action to make sure my Cloak of the Displacement, or whatever the hell it's called, is active. And I will, keep to the Cloak of Displacement. There's a shadow image of me.
Oh,
and
yeah.
everyone has disadvantage to hit me until they hit me, then it fades until the next turn.
Got you.
Which is technically just always active.
Yeah, that's
but
fine.
it's now actually active. And yeah, I will use my movement speed to stay along the long slot side of the thing,
Yep, okay.
so that I can, at some point, I'm going to try and pull this guy off a Thorn Whip.
Cool. Let's say you are now 12 foot away from him, and he's diagonally forward to your left.
Okay. And I do have 35 movement speed now because I still have.
Oh, sorry. Okay, in that case, you are now in line with him, and he is directly to your left, 5 foot up.
Perfection. Yeah, because I still have whatever that one skill's called active.
Long stride. Yes, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Not wrong. Roll check Moon. Moon, are you present?
I just sent you a message, James, on Discord.
We can see that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
You can see that. The stream can just see strange grey boxes in your faces.
Yeah.
Okay, in that
Yeah.
case,
Oh, hi, I'm Moon. I swing my axe.
yeah, pretty much. But I can't roll his damage. Okay, so at this point, the orc directly in front of Kathran, so you're standing over the orc you've just murdered. In front of you is a slightly damaged orc who is going to make a fucking large swing at you with a great axe.
Okay.
He is really fucking hitting. I'm assuming. What's your armor class?
26.
Yeah, he's really fucking hitting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I rolled a nat 20.
Wow.
He is, however, dealing 12 damage.
Oh. You know what? For a natty 20, that's a fucking relief to hear.
That is a.
Wait, is that not a crit?
It was a crit.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Crit for 12. I'm fucking saved. Ugh.
Little baby
Nat
crit.
20 followed by a 1.
Oh
So
my
yeah,
god.
we're good. Now you've got 4 orcs to your left, if you remember. 3 of them are in a little diagonal line, and 1 directly in front of you. The one directly in front of you advances on you. He also rolls out his great axe at you. You said 26, is that correct?
Yep, my shield stands at the ready.
Yeah, it hits the shield and ignores you. And nothing
Beautiful.
happens. The 3 orcs advance forwards. One makes a swing at... Oh. One makes a swing at Scorn. We'll inform him later. And... Oh, well, never mind. He misses by a long shot. I think he's just hit someone's shoe.
Probably rolled off my fucking boot, the next person along.
The second orc in line swings at Carthran's back with his axe. That is making a... What the fuck just happened? That is making a minor dent in your armor. And you shrug it off. And the third orc is going to charge across and swing at Eldritch Stormwood out in the wild. He's charged his full 30 foot of movement. He's come to take you on face to face. He is, however, absolutely exhausted from his run, and his axe swing is pitiful as hell.
There is no way he's touching our cleric friend like that.
He's sort of gone,
Yeah.
That's the end of that one. And that brings us back to Carthran.
Just in a moment of battle, I look back to Eldritch and I say one thing. It might be time to sunder the earth, my friend. And then I turn back towards the guys that charged me.
Yep.
I prepared it.
And I'm going to smack at the first guy that hit me for that 12.
Okay. Roll for hit, please.
Let's give him a big old nat 20.
Okay.
So that does an immediate 14 damage straight up.
It does.
And additional damage is going to be another 20.
Hey, he's got a large crease in the side, like coming down from his shoulder to his chest in his armor. A small bit of blood wells out. He looks a tad peeved. If you would like to swing again. A tad.
I'm going to try to jam my sword into the damaged section of armor there to really fuck him over.
Okay, roll to hit.
That's another nat 20.
Okay.
That's where all my good rolls are going.
In the crease.
Yeah,
this has become less of a swing and more of a jab.
Yeah, straight into the crease.
Plunging in. He looks incredibly hurt. He's falling backwards slowly.
That one is an 18 with the 14 on top.
Yeah.
Is he dead yet?
No, he's falling backwards slowly. Your max damage was slightly short. So
Okay, in that case, I'll give him a fucking third.
Okay.
Let's get him for 21.
Okay, this crashes into his armor. Unfortunately, and does no damage.
Ooh, okay, very well. That's
So that brings us to Jarrah, where you now have a nearly dead orc falling backwards away from Eldritch. You have a slightly damaged orc on the floor below Lorenzo's spear and his bear's single claw. Sorry, I apologize. I've gone backwards, haven't I? Lorenzo, it's your turn, not Jarrah's. I don't know why
Great.
Dan was getting too
So
around.
I would like to okay, wait.
You can choose if you or Toby attack first.
Okay, so to try and get him to let go of my lance, I want to kick him in the nuts.
Give me an unarmed strike hit roll, please.
22.
Okay, and then roll for damage for unarmed strike.
6.
Okay. Make a strength save. Is that a strength save? Yeah, sure. Make a strength save.
31.
Okay. You have kicked a very well armored orc in the nuts. You have done minor damage. However, your foot is still very intact. You've clearly got really, really strong feet. I've never seen anyone kick out an armored guy before, but yeah, your toe's intact. What is Toby's one nail doing?
Well, hold on. Did it do what I wanted it to
You
do?
did 6 damage. You kicked him in the nuts.
No, that's not what I wanted it to do. I wanted it to so that me kicking him in the nuts would release his hands.
He's very unaware that you've kicked him in the nuts. You've just kicked him in the nuts. As I said,
I
he's
did
full
damage
plate
to him.
armor. That's 6.
And he doesn't know it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he feels it.
You're really screwing me over today.
Wait,
done
even
less-
on a nat 20 fucking strength save now that you got.
No, that was only for his, whether he broke his toe.
Oh, okay.
No. You've done less than 5% of his HP in damage. He's irritated.
All right, then I use
wow.
my. All right, then I use my second attack.
Yeah.
Because I can
Kick
attack
him
twice.
again.
Kick his solid plate armor.
I pull back my lance and go for the neck again.
Okay, roll to hit.
13.
Okay. That is just about hitting.
What?
16 before, wasn't it?
Really?
But only because you've ruptured the neck of his armor. So we took his helmet off.
Wow.
Yes. Would you like to roll for damage for me?
16.
A hit. You plunge your lance deeper into his throat. He's definitely got a thick neck because somehow he's still just about alive. But you Toby has his claw on it as well. Is Toby joining you?
I'm sorry, I've impaled his neck and he's
Well, I
still
don't know how
alive.
else to describe you impaling his neck, but your damage roll is below his hit points. I apologize. Would Toby like to kill the bastard?
Jesus Christ, you are
honest,
really
I
having
can
it
only
for me
put the
today.
damage into the hit point numbers. I'm sorry. That's how
Sure.
it works.
To be honest, I have to say that I'm particularly impressed you managed to hit the guy and nearly kill him on a fucking nat 1 as well.
Yeah.
Goodness, man.
That's amazing.
If you would like to make Toby's choice.
Sure, I would like Toby to get all his claws out,
Mhm.
stab him in his neck, and then.
Okay. You had your claw already on his throat, is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Roll to hit, please. 1d20.
Oh.
Let's roll a d20.
Okay.
No, not your unarmed. Just a standard d20 roll.
4.
Unbelievably.
I told you the dice hit me!
Toby's taking his humongous
Jamal's
bear claw.
taking all of my good rolls!
Toby's taken his humongous bear claw and placed it next to the guy's neck. Would you like to take a second hit roll for me, please?
No, I'd like to kill the
Well,
cunt.
I'm
That's what
assuming at
I'm
this
like.
point, there is am I correct in saying you have an advantage to hit rolls against a prone target? In general?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Would you like to make a second hit roll, please?
Yeah,
that
that's very fair
That's more like
considering
it.
this.
There we go. Okay, you are slamming your claws down. If you'd like to
Wait,
roll
no,
a
wait,
d12
hold
for me,
up. That was an unarmed hit, was it not?
is that a +5 to hit? You're unarmed.
That would be an 18 with a +5 rather than
Well,
a
that's
23.
fine. Okay, in future for Toby's hits, please roll your unarmed hit because it's the same number. But what
Oh
he
yeah, that
just
was
did-
his unarmed. He's just
Yeah.
got a +10 rather than a +5.
Oh, he's got a
I've got
+10.
+10.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Okay. No, don't do that. What is the actual dice roll? Mel?
The actual one was a 13, so that'd be an 18
That's fine.
with a
that's fine.
+5.
Okay. Toby's swinging his paw down with all claws out. Would you like to roll a d12 for damage, please?
Oh,
Oh, my God.
Unbelievably, this full-fisted claw has struck also into this orc's neck, which by this point must be made out of turpentine and tarmac, because the orc is still gurgling away at you. At this point, he would like to, if you would like to make an athletics check for me, please, Lorenzo.
I think we broke.
Oh, okay. Well, he tries to grapple your spear away. However, he fails miserably. He is also rolling as badly as you. Don't worry about it.
Oh, I'm in pain.
Is Moon present?
Oh, I'm in
Moon is
pain.
not present. Okay, in that
For
case...
those who can't see, I rolled a fucking 1. Again!
In that case, that brings us to Mr. Jarraware.
It's me rolling fucking nat 20s and you ones. What's
I
going
could use one of them to kill this cunt! Fuck me, man!
I will tell you,
No.
this orc on the floor is looking very close to dead.
Oh, I'm in
Okay,
pain.
Jarraware, what would you like to do?
So
Please?
back to my original plan. I'm trying to thorn whip this guy and pull him off the side of this trebuchet.
Okay, would you like to roll to hit, please?
Yeah.
What have you
But
rolled?
Josh isn't the only one rolling ones.
Yeah, your thorn whip is tangled in a catapult.
Oh, what a disaster.
Would anyone like to make a useful roll? Eldritch, that brings us to you. Would you
Oh,
like to,
come on,
would you
baby,
like to
roll big.
contribute to this battle? Can I remind you that you still have 16 untouched orcs, an untouched cleric up at the top who is
Wait,
looking straight
how
at you.
many people are next to the catapult? 12, right?
You have 12 coming towards you. No, so you've now got 7 on the left-hand side of the catapult. 5 of them are more sort of coming round the edge in front of you. You've then got the 3 untouched orcs standing in a line diagonally, 1 directly in front of you, a fairly damaged orc currently standing over Arthran, and a nearly dead orc under Lorenzo's pitiful lance.
Okay, right. So there may be some friendly fire here. I do apologise. I'm going to cast Earthquake.
Sick!
Oh, yes. Here we
Where
go.
are you casting
I'm
Earthquake?
going
Directly
to
in front
cast
of you?
Earthquake on the corner or around the corner of the catapult.
Beautiful.
I'm looking forward to this.
I really am not.
Okay. Can I just confirm the range on Earthquake?
500 feet.
A billion.
There is going to be friendly fire, yes.
I told you.
No. The range and the effective area are different things, James. The
Oh,
range is how
effective
far
area,
away.
effective area, yes, please.
Yeah,
I don't
it'll
know
have
that.
like a radius or something.
I
100
just
feet.
did
radius circle.
100 feet. Okay, you are casting this under
Oh,
the
yeah, we're
corner
still
of the...
fucked.
Yeah, you are all taking damage.
Whoa.
Ooh, but is it a 100-foot radius?
Okay, can you roll a d6 for me first, please?
One.
Okay. This is at the direct corner, so just Carthran, if you could make a dex saving throw.
Dex saving throw? Okay. Dex save.
If in
Ooh, that's a
theory,
22.
Okay, you're absolutely fine. A fissure opens next to you, but you step neatly to the side. 2 orcs, however, fall into the fissure. If you would then like to deal...
2?
Yeah, 2 orcs have fallen into the fissure. But you only rolled 1, right? So you've got 1 fissure opening up. It is 10 by 10 foot, is that correct?
1d10 by 10 feet.
Oh, sorry, can you roll a d10 for me as well, please? How many rolls has this spell got?
Quite a few.
Nine.
9, okay.
It's
yeah,
100
okay.
feet deep. 100 foot deep. They fell 100
Yes, but
feet.
it is only 10 feet wide. So the 2 orcs have fallen to their deaths. You now have... The orcs are separated from Carthran, so there is 1 orc still standing next to Carthran. There are 13 orcs to the left, and 2 at the bottom of the hole. No, 13. Yes, 13 orcs to the left, and 2 at the bottom of the hole. Can we now give me a damage number?
Damage to the catapult?
There is no damage from Earthquake, is there?
Yeah.
The tremor deals 50 bludgeoning damage to any structure in contact with the ground, so we're going to consider that to be the
No-
catapult,
no
considering it's right
creatures.
over the fissure.
What's the creature damage? There we go.
Oh.
Can you give me the 5d6 roll, please?
17.
17. Not rolling a dex saving throw for 15 orcs. I'm going to roll it. But you know what? I'm going to roll it twice. We've got half the orcs on the left. I'm not making 16 dex saving throws. That is not happening. Right, that is a 12, 13, and a 13. That's convenient, isn't it?
Well, you needed a 16,
And
so
a 9 plus 1, so 10. So it is fair to say all orcs are brought to their knees. However, the orc standing on top of the catapult looks perfectly fine.
I'm
Wow.
so sorry.
And tremor?
That's all right. The tremor dealing 50 bludgeoning to a structure. The supports on the catapult have cracked. The orc is now effectively on a very large log, as it falls to the ground. And then it was 17 damage. Is that correct?
Yes.
So all the orcs that have fallen, are they now buried in rubble?
I'm making the check now. Save. That's a
So this
simple-
means Scorm gets 3 turns worth of attacks next turn, right?
No.
Oh.
No. Okay.
Yes.
If
yes,
you
it
could,
does.
can Carthran? No, Carthran's made his dex saving throw. Can Lorenzo and Jaraway and Scorm all make a dex saving throw, please?
Does that mean me as well? Was that me or?
No, you made yours.
Oh yeah, I saved you. Good point.
That's a sweet 22.
That's gonna be 12.
12. Sick.
I got 11.
Okay. Lorenzo and Jaraway are also brought to their knees. and
Where I
take
belong.
17 damage.
Agreed.
You're welcome.
Yes, and can you both
Ooh.
make an DC a strength saving throw, please?
Another one.
Strength saving throw this time.
23.
18.
Jarwir is currently buried in rubble.
Hey, whatever.
And yes, Scorm, you are.
Hold up. I've still got a bonus action.
Oh, you've got a bonus action? Okay, let's go. Sorry, I thought that was
I'm-
Oh, wait,
the-
did I take any damage from that?
17.
17, okay.
Okay, I'm going to use my spiritual weapon as my bonus action.
No, you still cannot move the weapon you haven't summoned. You must summon the weapon as your action first.
Oh, okay, that's shit, innit? This class is so shit.
To be fair,
Actually,
you just fucked them up with their catapult, and you did smash the fuck out of the catapult. So I think that's beautiful.
Alright, so technically Spirit Weapon is a bonus action to cast it, but you can only cast one spell per turn. Like you can cast a cantrip, that's a bonus action, but not another spell.
Okay, Scorm. You
Hi.
are currently looking at 13 orcs across a 10-foot fissure drop. You have one orc in range of you who is standing next to Kathran, and one very, very damaged orc lying under Lorenzo's lance and his bear. How would you like to proceed?
I like to smash the guy in the face who's on the ground.
The guy who's next to you.
The one that's under the spear.
One's under the spear. Okay, so that's a sort of 10-foot movement. And then roll to hit, please.
You're not even going to let Lorenzo finish us off after all of his struggle.
That's mean.
Mona's missed this. Lorenzo has rolled a series of ones and done about 6 damage a turn. Okay, would you like to roll damage for me, please? 2 hit points.
9.
He's dead.
You can go fuck yourself.
Okay.
Chop your fucking head off.
Your axe comes down and hits Lorenzo's spear, which is driven deep through its throat. Lorenzo, you now have a lance deep inside an orc, which is very, very dead on the floor after taking many, many blows.
Cool. I'm gonna turn back around and hit the other guy.
Okay, you would like to go back around. You have how much movement?
The other guy. 35.
35, okay. Yep, so you go back to the orc standing next to Kathran. Would you like to roll to hit, please?
17.
Yeah.
Unreal. Roll a 5.
That is bouncing back off his shoulder, off the shoulder pad of his armor.
Cool. One more time.
One more time.
Oh, I'm pretty sure 31's gonna hit him.
Oh,
That
yeah.
is going to hit him, yes. You are currently going in under his arm and sort of rupturing up towards his neck. But you're
You
not
get that
getting
sweet
very far.
18 damage.
Yeah. He's bruised. At this
Can I
I'm
ask
sorry, I was in a
one-
coma.
Can I ask for one check here, real quick?
Yeah.
This catapult, you said the supports are cracked and stuff. Is the catapult still inoperable?
No,
or is it just
they are
damaged?
completely fallen off. You have got a log in the middle that the cleric is standing on, and 4 broken supports on either side, completely shattered to pieces.
Good, so the catapult's inoperable.
Oh, no,
Excellent.
it's a stick. It's a very, very, very big stick right now. That is all it is.
Excellent. That's what I want to say.
Yep, so... that would
Let's
be a
fuck
sec.
their plans.
The cleric slams his staff to the ground and casts. Oh my goodness, get out my way. Thank you. And he casts Cloud Kill over you all.
Oh.
A 20-foot sphere of poisonous yellow fog raises over Kathran, Scorm, Lorenzo, and Jarraway Eldritch, who are currently out of range.
Does it hit the other orcs in the area as well?
It's hitting. Well, you've got sort of a line of orcs the other side of the fissure who are 12.5 feet away. Maybe the first orc is is coughing.
Okay. Okay.
Yep. And yeah, a large cloud is above you. That's it.
That doesn't look too good.
That brings us to.
That looks like
Lorenzo.
danger.
That's it. It didn't do anything.
However, it did do something. You are starting your turn, yes, and you are starting your turn inside Cloud. So, if you would like to make a come on. If you would like to make a Constitution saving throw for me, please. that sounding?
I hope it's not a 1.
I mean, I rolled a 1, but it's a 7.
Okay,
Oh my
and
God,
if you'd like to roll
no.
again because you have an advantage against poison.
Please don't be a fucking 1 again.
16.
15. You take.
Can we just say 163 damage? Get me the fuck out of here.
I've got to roll for it. Oh, come on. Takes it off the screen. 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 3 plus. Oh, but this 3 plus 5, 8 d8.
Oh my God, okay.
You take 32 damage.
Oh, that's not that much.
Begin your turn.
Great. So, I've, sorry.
Okay, so would you like a summary of where you are?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've got your lance inside an enemy's throat, but he's very dead. To your right is a shattered structure, sort of shrouded bit of wood. In front of you is a long log, with a very frightening looking cleric standing in front of you. To your left is a 10-foot fissure. In front of you is one enemy who is looking fairly. Well, you didn't kill him, did you? No. Where is his health? He's looking fairly dead. And to the left of the fissure is a line of 13 orcs.
Okay.
Are amassing at the edge of the fissure.
Wait, is it still 13 even though I killed 2?
Yeah, it was 16. You killed 2 and Moon killed another.
Okay.
Do I have enough movement to get to the thing stood on a log?
You would have to make a 15-foot leap into the air.
Sure.
Is he able to climb up it, or is that a no-go?
Or would you like to clamber?
That depends. Is one of those an athletics check?
One is an athletics, the other is an acrobatics.
I'll take the athletics.
Okay. So you start clambering up the log. It's fair to say this is rough terrain. You would be able to get 15 foot away from the cleric, but standing on the log, facing him.
Is that counting Berry?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Is that acceptable to you?
Can I go and attack him?
No, you are 15 foot away.
I can't move
Unless
again.
you've got a really big spear.
Well, can't.
Unless you got something to throw at him.
You can throw it at him if you want. Retrieving it might be a mission.
Oh, yeah.
Let me think.
Just gonna stare him down.
No, I'm I then use my other turn to cast Hunter's Mark.
Let's cast Hunter's Mark. Okay? And is that on the enemy in front of you?
It is.
Nice.
Okay.
And then yeah.
Sorry, is that at 3rd level? Yeah.
That's sure.
Okay. Fine. Yep. And what does Toby do?
Toby, who's closest to the big group of orcs?
As in which ally is closest?
To
To the 13, the other side of the fissure, or the one guy standing up?
13.
Scorm.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
He goes to stand next to Scorn.
Okay.
And then that's it.
Staring.
This is a bad idea, sir.
Okay.
I'm not a sir, I'm a bear.
Right.
We right fucked up then, haven't we?
At this moment, if you were to look back ever so slightly, the wagon has now sort of rolled very close to you guys and is covered in green vines. Standing on the top is this stupid one-armed green bearded druid, who
My
then,
hero.
casts out a lightning bolt on the line of enemies to the left, dealing.
Fantastic.
Oh dear. meaning 12 damage. That is quite the tragic lightning bolt to a large group of them. It hits sort of 9 of 13.
12 times 9 is still a shit ton of damage. I am impressed.
Yeah, he's useful.
Yeah,
and that brings us
useful is not the
to-
word I would give for him. Incredible was the word I would give for him, but that is more than useful.
That brings us to Jarrowir.
Okay, so I am covered in stuff right now. I got buried.
Yeah, you're in rubble.
Am I like
In the
this
cloud
easy
as
to
well?
get out of?
Or are you
Or-
good?
All right, cool. I'll spend 2 charges of beast shape to turn into an earth elemental.
Sick!
Yes!
Rise, my friend! Clash of the Titans begins.
Cakewalk.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So I'll transmogrify myself into an earth elemental
Yep.
and just.
Am I correct in saying all you've got
glide.
left is movement speed, yeah? Is an earth
Oh no,
elemental,
that's a
or is that-
bonus action, my
That's
dude.
a bonus action? Sick! Right, okay, rise, my friend.
Stop, motherfuckers. And I will. I don't know what's close to me. I'm just gonna.
You've got the
crack
one
fucking
orc
walls.
standing in front of, standing on top of the rock, if you like. How tall is your earth elemental?
I am a large elemental.
Say you're 14 foot tall.
Yeah, sure.
You
I'll
could
be as
possibly,
big as I can
you
be.
could possibly headbutt his toes if you jumped. That is where you're at. It's a 15-foot high log. I mean, I'm calling it a log. It's a fucking, it's a big thing.
I'm a.
And you've also, if you were to
So-
walk 15 foot to your left, you would have one standing orc between Lorenzo and Kothran.
Ah, fuck that. I'm sauntering over to the guy on top of the catapult.
Are you
Like,
climbing up?
yeah, I'll climb onto the catapult. And I do still have my
How much movement
movement
speed does
thing.
this have? Or does it just have your movement speed?
It's got base 30 movement speed plus 10 because I still have long strider up. So I've got 40
Well,
movement
rough
speed right
terrain,
now.
You'd be able to step 20, yeah?
What rough terrain?
Well, I mean, you're climbing upwards.
Oh, yeah, that's climbing. I thought you were
Oh,
talking about the roll.
I
I'm like,
just
no.
counted
I
as
just
rough terrain.
glide through that shit.
Glide through the upwards wall. You're going up the log, yeah?
The
The
log
log
or
is
the
15
catapult?
foot tall. The catapult is now a log, right? It's got no anything
Okay.
else's. Are you climbing onto it?
Yeah, I'll climb onto
It's
it.
fair to say you can climb the 15 foot in your turn. Yep.
Yeah.
You find yourself face to face with a really, really short orc. It's
Oh,
4'3".
Yeah, I'm going to do the good old overhead smash and slam the shit out of this guy.
Okay, roll to hit, please.
13 on the first hit.
Yep.
Oh, okay. It's 9 damage off the first hit.
Yep.
And
Oh,
then
sorry. Sorry, 15 was your roll. Is that correct?
yeah,
it was your hit.
It was a 15 to hit him
Yep. Okay, that hits. Sorry.
for 12 damage off the first one.
Yep.
And then the second one had a natural 18 plus 8 is 24 to hit.
Okay.
And that's going to do 17 damage on the second hit.
Okay. The
And he is-
blue glowing stops. He looks otherwise fairly unfazed.
Oh, I'm going to clobber the fuck out of this guy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I've just given him 155 temporary hit points. Bear with me a second.
I was gonna say, I'm just
Can I
Don't worry,
have
we'll
that
get
too?
through that in 2 turns.
No, that's just adds temporary hit points on top of what he had. And that brings us to Eldritch Stormwood.
Okay, so
Oh my god, excuse me, sorry.
I'm going to be casting a 4th level
Mm-hmm.
Cure Wound.
Who are you casting this on?
I'm going to cast this on Lorenzo.
Yep.
Okay,
Thanks.
so it is a 4d8 plus
Hold on.
9.
Lorenzo, you are currently at 180 HP?
131.
131.
Oh.
Right, okay, sorry.
That's why I'm casting it on him.
Mm-hmm. I've forgotten to do all the damage to him. My apologies.
Okay, so I am going to heal him for 25.
Thank you.
And then that is my... Wait, for bonus action, let me check something. Okay, yeah, I can't do anything, so yeah, that's my turn.
Dan, is that that's temporary hit points for being an earth elemental, correct?
It's the easiest place I found to put my earth elemental hit points on the thing. Yeah,
Right. Okay, so it's not the whole hit
they're
points,
not.
it's
They're
got
not real
126.
temporary hit points. Yes. Okay, so I go through all my earth elemental hit points, and then when it
Then you
reaches
return
0, I
back
turn
to-
back into me at my regular.
That's what I was
hit
just
Okay.
wondering: is how much damage
Yeah.
does it take to turn you back to you?
Hold on 1 second. Is Healing Word
Yes,
a bonus
it's a
action?
bonus action.
Okay, I'm also going to cast Healing Word on Lorenzo,
Okay.
which is a 1d4 plus 6.
Nice.
I'm going to heal him for another 8.
Thanks.
I got you, dude. I ain't letting you die today.
At this point, it is fair to say you've created quite the attention. The enemy lines start to conform on you all. Pickle is now dragging the cart backwards with his vines.
Fellas, think it's time to go.
As you, as the orcs move towards you on the right-hand side, a split comes, and a humongous orc steps forward. He is now sort of 40 foot away from you. They have cleared a path.
I thought you were going to say tall. Holy shit.
No, he's
So
7
did
foot 2. He's 40 foot away from you, and he is calling to his allies. You know, he is clearly in charge. Obold Many Arrows himself has stepped forward. Believe it or not, despite the pitch, he is wielding a great sword. It is lit with flame on either side. He's coming, and that brings us to Storm.
Fellas, think it's time for us to go. Definitely think we should be leaving now.
Yeah, I can agree.
I'm gonna cover everyone's retreat.
You are still in Barbarian Rage, is that correct?
Yep, I have
We
not
still
ended
have a guy in melee range of us, by the way. We might need to kill him first in order to be able to make our successful retreat.
Who's in melee range of you? The one enemy, yes?
Myself
Yeah,
and
you are
Storm are both
currently
in melee range
engaged
too,
in
aren't we?
a single target.
Oh yeah, that guy. I
With a
forgot about
very
that.
fairly dead orc.
Okay, just kidding.
did
I'm gonna
Lil-
kill him.
You wanna
And
just
rage
kill
doesn't
everyone?
mean it.
Did I kill little baby guy?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so.
You,
but
you,
I-
you stopped his blue light channeling. Other than that, nothing happened.
yeah, that's what I thought. But
Yeah.
there's only one guy in range of you. Thing threw me off. I
No,
was
no,
just
in range
double-checking.
of Carthran. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
He's very in range of you. Yeah. So Skolm, where are we? Are you beating up the guy next to you first?
Yeah.
Roll to hit.
Use my bonus action to hit him.
Why not?
Ooh. That's a 15.
Yeah, that's bouncing off the armor.
Alright, just kidding. Guess we're swinging in full force. Fuck this guy. That's a 24.
That's hitting.
I'm gonna fuck this guy right
I
up.
actually physically think you can fail to kill him. That
Okay,
thunders
that's a
through the back of his head, and he's dead. Would you? now
Cool,
like
he's
to
getting
use
one
your-
more because I want to hit his corpse.
Sure, go for it. Spin away.
30.
Oh, that's a big.
He's not
Channel
only is
your
he dead,
interval,
but
yeah.
30,
his armor is
13. I'm
sundered
chopping
onto
his
the
head right
ground.
the fuck off. I'm chopping his head right the fuck off, and I'm throwing it at his fucking cleric friend.
Okay,
Nice.
that's a 50-foot throw. Give me a strength check, please.
Can I do a strength saving?
Oh, just a strength check.
Ah! Close to the 14. It's a 10.
Hey, it rolls into the back of the earth elemental Jarrawir's foot.
Eh,
But,
Close enough. Whatever.
It still pissed him off.
Good.
Are you moving?
Am I moving? No, I'm gonna cover everyone's retreat still.
Okay, you're standing guard. That brings us to Lorenzo. May I remind you, you have an army advancing on you and an Obold advancing on you, and you are the first in line for Obold.
Okay. I'd like to jump back down
Yes.
from where I jumped up from. And I'd like to I don't know if you'll let me.
You can try.
I'd
Anything is,
like-
you can try.
No.
like because Toby's gonna be next after me.
Yep.
So I kind of want to do this simultaneously.
You can choose who goes first out of the two of you. So
Okay.
if you're going together, that's fine.
Okay. I want to get him to come over to me, and then can I ride him away?
Toby.
Yes, but your movement speed per turn will be 10 feet. You are heavy for a bear right now. He's not a riding bear. He's already holding armor. He's wearing armor, and now he's carrying a rotund dwarf and a large lance. Your base,
Okay.
What is your base movement speed? It's 20 or 30? It says walking up the top.
25.
Bear in mind,
25,
he
okay.
still has
I'll give you
the
13 feet.
berry that.
I know. I will.
Yes, but the
I
bear has
will.
the teeth and the berry.
I will touch Toby and cast Longstrider.
Okay, I will now give you 25 foot of movement speed on Toby's back, which is your full movement speed. It's fair to say he's a little encumbered. He's a plodding bear. He's not, he's not a natural sprinter. You didn't choose a cheetah or a horse. But you're maneuvering at a pace. And in which direction are you sauntering?
Towards the rest of the team.
Okay, you would be passing the team if you used all your movement speed. Are you going?
Okay, great. Yeah, I'm
Do
just.
you want to come towards me?
Eldritch
Sure.
is 20 foot set back, and behind him, 20 foot behind him is the cart. You can get to Eldritch just about.
Yeah.
Okay, you join Eldritch. And that brings us to Eldritch himself.
Okay. So at this point, I'm not sure if there's anything I can do.
Oh, James has become the bad guy.
Or is it so he can smoke?
Yeah, it is.
What? No.
Clever.
Not
Never
James.
that. So at this point you can either what you can cast on in your range, Ben, Eldritch, you are 55 foot away from the cleric standing on top of a log. You are 35 foot away from a large group of orcs over the other side of a fissure. 13 of them, and you are now 40 plus 20 plus 60 foot away from an advancing horde with Obold at the center.
Okay, I'm gonna
Just for reference, guys, it would be fair to say you are currently about 90 to 100 foot away from the very front lines. You could now see the dwarves advancing on the back of this army that is turned towards you. You're 90 foot from the very tip of the front line. It would be fair to say you're 140, 150 foot away from where Bruno is camped. But you do have a cart. That sort of is your point.
Okay, at this point, do I know if Jarroware is going to be trying to kill the orc in front of him, or is he also retreating? Jarroware, what's your plans here?
Oh man, if we're running, we're running.
Okay, in that case, to stop the penalty, would he still get a penalty from climbing down?
No, he's an earth elemental. He can jump.
Okay, it's just the other penalty going up. I don't know if
Yeah.
that one.
Climbing is harder than jumping as an earth elemental.
Okay. Oh, there goes my play. Fuck. Okay. In that case, I'm going to cast Silence on the orc on top of the now to be stick.
Silence at what level, my friend?
Level.
Oh, never mind. That's just as it is.
Two.
Yep. Is a sphere centered on him? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Fine. It is fair to say that your earth elemental is now slightly deaf.
That's okay. Fuck him.
And that brings us to our deaf earth elemental, Jarroware.
Excellent. So I've heard my friend Eldritch Stormwood. I'd look over at him. I can see everyone's retreating at this point, right?
Yes, you are all deaf.
Everyone besides me.
Apart from Scorm, who is holding the fort. He's ready
I
to
know that feeling.
engage all the 40 orcs.
And the fissure on the other side of this is still open, right?
Yes, it's 10 by 10 foot, it's fair to say. You could walk around it.
We could assume that the fish is going to be staying indefinitely.
Yeah, you can just walk around it, though. I mean, it's close.
I'm just making sure because I have trouble visualizing and keeping maps straight in my head.
Yeah,
I'm not good at keeping track of that shit. So I'm gonna take this cleric. I'm gonna just shove that motherfucker into this pit.
That's a throw, not a shove. Yeah, you're still in the middle of the 35. You're 35 foot away from this. You're in the middle of the log, correct? With the cleric.
Isn't he like 25 because he pulled him once, right?
No, he threw his whip at the catapult. He's
the whip missed.
he's 35 foot away on the log.
Okay, so the pit
Cleric
is
is only 4
further-
foot tall, and you are a 14-foot elemental. If you want to
Yeah,
attempt to
fuck it.
make a 30-foot throw, make an athletics check for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking pick him up and try and Kobe his ass. Ooh!
Bear with me. Also
That's
make an
a
athletics check.
23 athletics as a earth elemental.
Holy shit.
Yeah, rolled an
Okay.
18. So you have definitely picked him up. Now make a strength roll, please.
Come on.
Ooh, that one's a 20.
A nat
Damn.
20 or just a 20?
Like a 15 plus 5, 20.
Right, okay. You've thrown him a fair
Oh, we-
distance, but he is sort of on the very edge of the log, looking down at this fissure. 35 foot's a long way to throw an orc. But you've thrown him a good 32. He's teetering on the edge. He's not happy about it. He is now no longer silenced, by the way.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is it? Okay. And
Yeah.
that brings us to... Oh, sorry, is that the end of your
No,
turn?
it doesn't.
No,
No,
would you
I'm
like
going
to
to
move
jump off the other side of the cart. And
towards
run
the
towards my
40
friend.
enemies, or are you... Oh, right, okay, you're just jumping off and running. Right, okay.
No, like I threw him off that side of the cart. I'm
Yeah.
going off the back side of the cart and
The side.
jumping down
You're not
into the
running
ground.
35 foot back to the other end of the cart, to the log, yeah? It's 35 foot each way, so you're jumping down to the side, is that correct?
I'm jumping off the side of the cart and
Yeah.
earth gliding down into the earth and to my friends. So 40 feet towards them.
Yep, you will be able to glide past... Carthran. And you will be 10 foot away from Eldritch and Lorenzo.
Excellent. And the earth is not being disturbed as I just silently glide through the ground. Oh no, it's not silent.
Yeah.
That's not fun.
Make a dex saving throw for me, please. Sorry, constitution saving throw, please. Unless your
Yeah,
earth
sure.
elemental is immune to poison.
Yeah. Well, yeah, condition immunities, exhaustion, paralysis, petrified, poison, unconscious.
Right, yeah, okay, so you ignore it completely. And that brings us to Carthran. Carthran, make a constitution check, please.
Safe?
Yes, sorry, save.
Thank fuck I said save, because that was a 13 that I saved. That was for my save roll. It would have been a 2. It's a 13.
Okay, you take 37 poison damage. And your turn
Me.
begins.
Wait, I get
Holy-
resistance to poison, so I get another roll, right?
Sure. There we go.
Nat 20, 31.
Okay, you take half of 37, so we will call that 19 poison damage.
Okay.
Which kind of dwarf are you?
Big
Hill dwarf.
You also get a natural resistance to poison, so cut that shit in half again, my dude.
Oh,
Right.
look at him. So take a 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your turn begins.
1 second. Let me just see that in my fucking hill dwarf thing real quick. I just want to check that, just for
Stands 100%
personal.
right, but yeah, go for it.
Oh yeah,
that's
I
how
know he's
resistant
right.
If you
Yeah,
look directly to the right of your armor class, you see defenses, how it says resistant to poison.
Yes,
Yeah.
this too.
yeah, it's half, isn't it? Yeah,
Dwarven
yeah.
resilience.
Yep.
Yes.
And
So
then
I
if
get
you
advantage
resist
against
again,
poison and resistance.
Oh.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Thank you.
yep, and if you happen to pass the check, you will resist it a second time.
Yeah.
Unless it says you completely avoid it, which are cases like that.
No,
Right. Well, thank you. Today I learned.
Yeah.
That's fantastic to know.
I think
Um,
evasion is the one that's no damage.
As for what I'm doing, I'm going to move my full. I get 50 movement, yes? Because Barry? Or is that
yes,
wearing
yes,
off?
Yes. No, it's indefinite as far as you're aware.
Definite. Okay, fantastic. I'm going to take my full movement to get alongside the cart.
You're
gonna
overtaken
switch-
Eldritch and Lorenzo at this point, and you are now at
Yep, I'm going to switch to my longbow.
Yep.
Who is the nearest orc that happens to be a threat?
You are 65
You are.
foot away from 13 orcs to the left who are behind a fissure and unlikely to get to anytime soon. And you are 90 foot away from Obold and his advancing horde.
He is advancing horde, you say?
There is about 40 orcs with him, roughly.
Okay. Well, I have a maximum regular range on this longbow of 150, so I'm going to pick out one of the orcs in the horde.
It's one.
And-
okay. Regular orc,
Yeah.
yeah, not Obold.
Well, I'm probably not going to be able to do much to him, so.
Process. Yep.
I will take a shot at one of the regular orcs.
Mhm.
That's a nat 20, so that's a 32. Holy shit, what's
Okay.
these rolls?
As the orc is pierced by the arrow, he falls backwards. Obold picks him up and launches him about 20 foot forward in front of him.
Holy shit, this guy's
He's
strong.
not interested. Would you like to make another attack?
Yes, let me just go to my equipment thing here. Okay, yep, I will go for another orc. I will take another shot at an orc.
Yep, roll to hit.
That'd be a 20.
Okay, that is doing nothing.
Wow, okay, that's tanky. Yeah, I will pick another orc in the crowd and take another shot. Let's go 26.
That will hit. Damage, please.
And that does him in for 13.
It's an armor blow. He's annoyed. It's an orc 3 to the left of Obold sort of shrugs it off. Now he's on.
Oh, I got one of them, guys. That'll do. That'll do. And yeah,
Your
that'll
turn.
do. No, yeah. That's it.
And that brings us back to Eldritch Stormwood. At this point, Pico is gesturing wildly at you to keep moving, keep moving.
Well, I don't care what they say. I'm just reading something quickly. So how far away are Aldrich and his horde right now?
Obold and his horde are 90 foot from you.
Okay, so-
Sorry, no, they are 80 foot away from you. You are 10 foot from the cart.
Okay. Is anybody still in combat?
Scorm is... He's 10 foot across a fissure from 13 enemies, and he is 40 foot away from Obold and his horde.
So he killed the enemy that was between him and
He did.
Cart.
He crushed it to pieces. And
Okay, then I'm just going to move back towards the cart.
Yep.
And then can I get a health check on people, please?
I have 140 movement with the dash. Don't worry about me.
Oh my god.
I'm the fastest orc alive.
He's also on Tanaway right now.
Holy shit, he's a fucking
Sounds like a subway announcement. Anybody else?
Hey, I'm
HPs,
far away
please.
from you guys.
Your HPs, please.
155.
156 out of 185.
164
I'm very okay.
out of 184. So I'm
Listen, they can sit here and beat on me for quite some time. It's going to take them a while to do 155 damage to a barbarian.
Nobody has
Jero,
made you
what's your health?
I have 126 of 126 Earth Elemental health. I don't think you can heal my
No.
little
we
bit of
can't.
missing base health right now.
Okay, then I'll do nothing but sit next to the... Actually, wait, I'm going to cast level 1 Shield of Faith on... Wait, do I want to do that?
Can do. You've got plenty of level 1 slots left.
No, I haven't. I got 1.
You cast your Bless at level 3, did you not? And your Healing Word? Oh, yeah, your bonus action Healing Words. Yep, okay, never mind.
So yeah, I've only got 1 left, so now I'm saving. I'm doing nothing.
Bear in mind, you can cast Shield of Faith at level 2, I believe, no? Is that not possible? No, that's not Shield of Faith. That's Healing Word. You can cast at a higher spell level.
Yep.
Hold on.
See, when you click on the thing, it lets you use higher level spell slots to cast a lower level spell, and it just doesn't give them a bonus.
Okay, so
My understanding has always been that you can use a higher level spell slot to cast a lower level spell
it just
without
won't
it needing
necessarily
a
give
bonus.
So if you did want to cast it, you can just use a level 2 spell slot or level 3 if you so wished. I believe you currently have a Shield of Faith in progress on Scorm, is that correct?
no, I've cancelled that. We're doing other stuff, have I not?
Yeah, 10 minutes is probably passed by this point.
Is it rough terrain around where these two are? Will they have a movement penalty?
Who?
Carfaran and Scorm. Okay, then I'll just end my turn.
No, the rubble is behind them. Okay, that brings us to Cartran himself. You are standing at the bottom of a catapulted log. You have 13...
You can prepare to cast.
Rubbish, not Cartran, sorry. Scorm.
No, it's not me, yeah.
Scorm, yes. You have a 13 enemies over a pit in front of you, and you have 40 roughly orcs advancing on you with Obold at the center. You also have a really frazzled looking cleric who's currently sort of arse upwards at the end of a log teetering over the edge, who has been thrown by a large earth elemental, waving his staff
kick him into the
around at
fissure.
you.
How far away is he?
He is 15 foot upwards.
Upwards.
Yes.
Wait,
He's
you
at the top
never
of the
said
log.
you
How is
said
he
you were nowhere
upwards?
near
He
close.
threw him off of the.
No.
Catapult.
I said he was hanging at the edge, teetering at the edge of the end of the log. Below the log directly is the pit. Yeah.
Cool, I'm gonna run over and
the
kick.
log.
Cool, I'm gonna run over and kick the log in.
You're gonna kick the. It's a 70-foot by 15-foot log.
See, he keeps misrepresenting a
The catapult
trebuchet as
thing,
a
like
log.
the
Is it a
center
log
part-
or a tree?
Right. This.
No, it's a catapult that he's calling a
Okay.
log because
It's
he's
a
a
catapult
broken
with
at this
no
point, it's
structure
fucked.
bits on it. Yeah. It's a
Didn't.
fucking big bit of wood.
Okay, last I checked, he threw him off of that, but okay.
Yeah, I
No,
thought,
he's,
I
3
thought
feet
he
off
threw
the
him
edge or
off
so.
of it as well.
Dan threw him off of it. How is he
Yeah.
on it?
32
I
of 35
thought-
foot. I said.
I thought he threw him off of it.
No, he's just on the edge of it. He didn't quite throw him all the way.
32 of 35 foot. He's
Fuck this
teetering.
bitch. I'm pulling him off of it into the goddamn fucking
Okay,
pit. I don't
make
give
a
a shit.
large leap and take an athletics check for me.
I'll give you a crit with 29.
You are grabbing his leg and you are most definitely throwing him downwards. He is falling very, very slowly towards the bottom of a 100-foot. It is fair to say that he is probably not falling at a natural pace. But he is definitely falling. You won't see much more of it. It's in 100.
So
Oh, cool.
you levitate, bastard.
No.
Cool,
He
man,
has,
feather fall.
he has feather
Yeah,
fall,
that's
but he is-
definitely a feather
He's still
fall,
going
yeah.
downwards, right? He's not going to cast from the bottom of a 100-foot pit.
Yeah, he shouldn't be a problem for a while at least. I think we're
Do we
okay.
count that as a grapple? So an attack?
You can do.
Cool, I'm gonna hit him in the face too with my second attack.
Go for it. How much damage do you do? What is your roll? No, I'm not going to ask you for a hit roll. Just damage.
Okay. I hit him for 12.
Okay, that's a bruised shoulder.
I'm trying to make him lose the feather fall.
Yes, I'm currently doing that right now. Unfortunately, he is still falling glacially.
Cool, bonus action, hit him in the face again.
Oh, I like where this is going.
Oh, that's even worse. 8. And then I'm gonna run back to everyone with the rest of my
Also,
movement.
Unfortunately, he is now slightly more bruised and falling gently downwards.
Okay, well, I'm running back to everyone with the rest of my movement.
Okay, as this orc is falling,
Dimension door.
I wanted so badly to end that fucking concentration.
Yeah, so do I.
And I don't think. Can I cast a spell while concentrating?
Yeah.
Unless
Yeah,
it doesn't
yeah.
take up a
But you can't
concentration.
cast another
Spell, it
concentration.
needs you to break concentration.
Yeah. You can only maintain concentration on one spell, but you can cast another spell. So like you could cast like a fireball or something.
I am not thinking fireball. Gorm, can you make a wisdom saving throw, please?
Is this mind control of any sort?
It is command. Why?
Okay, it fails.
What? Why does it fail?
Because I'm
He's
in a rage. Because I'm in a
Of
rage.
course.
Oh
Ah,
shit!
No,
Nice
yeah,
spell.
yeah, he is,
Nice spell.
he's never the brightest orc.
Oh,
I didn't even know that was a thing. That's wicked.
It's Path of the Berserker.
I really haven't brought much to get me out of a hole. Fantastic. Looking forward to it. Okay, Cleric is sinking gently, feeling very pissed off. Just out of curiosity, what is the range on summoning spells? Does anyone know?
It will tell you on the spell.
Why does it not?
What spell is it?
Oh, I
will
see.
find the range.
That's not a summoning spell. Got it. It's not a. Oh, that's fine. Okay, cool. Yes, he's sinking. At this point, Obold sprints towards you. He moves in front of his enemies. He closes the distance. He is now. Did you move, Moon? Did you move any
Yeah,
way?
whatever my movement speed left was, I ran towards everyone.
Towards the cart. Okay, and your movement speed left would have been whatever your movement speed is minus 15.
So I moved 55.
He's got
That
a
is
lot of
large
while
number.
raging.
Right. Okay.
I
You
have-
got to the cart.
I have 70 because of the berry.
You got to the cart. So Obold advances what is 50 foot. So he was 40 foot away from where you originally were. He is now 10 foot closer to you than the orcs, which is 30 foot away from the cart. It's actually 25 foot away from the cart, but we'll go with it.
And we're no longer in combat, correct?
We are permanently in combat,
You
sir.
are in a situation where you are running, you are on the run. It is fair to say you are in combat to an extent, but you are not turn-based necessarily. So should there be something you wish to do, you can do it, but you can't take a nap. Right?
Right, can I
Consider
do
yourself
something
out of combat,
here
yes.
while I can? So this.
Oh, just bear with me a second. What did Eldritch want to do that is out of combat?
Okay.
No, I was thinking of doing some sort of flame strike, but there's not much point.
You can throw
can-
down a flame
on
strike
what?
if you like, but you at the moment you would hit just Obold or the Horde. You would not hit both.
Well, I'm thinking if I can do a lot of damage to the horde, that's probably a good thing.
Okay, what is
Go,
the range
do-
on your flame strike? You're 90 foot away currently.
Well, Firestorm has 150-foot range.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be casting. Oh my god, I'm going to be casting Firestorm, which is 7d10.
Hey, that's familiar.
That is very familiar. Holy
Unfortunately,
shit.
it's slightly different orcs, but you may still do well. Firestorm persists, is that correct?
No, it's a
Uh,
one-turn thing,
Yeah.
I think.
10-foot cubes when you can. Wait.
It's all right. We just assume it hits everyone.
Okay, so I just roll damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is hitting the 40 enemy wide sort of charging horde. Bear in mind that is 40 wide, yeah? It is deeper than 40. There are many, many orcs charging towards you. Yeah.
Okay. So it hits everything for 36.
Okay. At this point, the orcs duck their head and are running forward. They are unimpressed and in pain, but they are moving. That is, they now advance their full movement speed. They are 15 foot behind Obold and his large charge, which makes them 40 foot away from you and 10 foot further away than the 13 orcs, the other side of the pit, who are now stepping slowly around the pit through rough terrain and all rubble and are fighting their way out of the rubble. And it's fair to say they advance to the edge of the pit. That brings us to Lorenzo.
Sorry.
All that has changed is you've got closer to your mic.
It does.
It is time for the ASMR.
Exactly.
Ooh, I love it.
I get
Did
off
you lick
of
the mic while
Toby.
you're at it?
Yep, you get off of Toby.
I get off of Toby and we walk towards the car.
The last 10 foot, yep, that's fine.
And I say to Pickles, is it?
Equal boulder
What's that?
shoulder.
Equal. I say, point us to the direction of the front of our army line.
Okay, he points directly towards the catapult.
Yeah, but then surely we can go around, no?
Yeah, you could go either side, but the front line is directly in front of you. This guy is not the brightest of the bunch. It is straight ahead of you through the catapult, and it is, as I've said, about 140 foot to Bruenor itself, about 90 foot from the very front of the Dwarven lines.
I kind of hope that they kill us all. That's all I do.
Wow.
Okay. At this point, Pickle is gesturing wildly. He's raising. You remember he had vines around the cart that were pulling it towards him. The cart has now come to a stop, and these vines sort of spread outwards towards the orc enemies, sort of making a low bush, if you like. But it looks like they might be going to attempt to grab at the orcs as the orcs come past. And that brings us to Cleric. Eldritch.
Right, didn't you already
Wait,
cast a
what
spell?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
he's just cast Flame Strike, sorry.
Yeah.
Jarraway, Earth Elemental Man.
wait, we're not even doing turn-based, are we?
Oh, I mean, you can move as you like, but, you know, if you are
He's
continuing
got a
to
turn order for us.
Oh,
with
dude,
a
I'm
grease.
just surfing underground following our cart.
Okay, so you're, at this point, is the card retreating away? Is it moving
I
north or
think we
south?
should move on.
Ah.
What do you lot
Right
think?
now,
So, would you like me to sum up, right? So, in front of you, you have Obold. He
Is this to the north?
So, no, to the east, you have Obold, 30 foot in front of you. Behind that is the catapult, 13 enemies to the left, 40 to the right, 40 wide, yeah, deep. Straight ahead of you, over the catapult, if you know that the dwarven front line is there, but you can't quite see them. As you look left of the catapult and the fissure, there is sort of an engagement on the front line, but they're not focused on you. This is sort of 40 foot to your left, and then another 30 to 40 foot in front of you. You would see the back of the line of orcs Maybe it's a little less deep than the horde advancing towards you. Far to your left is a ridge, and far to your right is a ridge. That signals the end of the orc line.
So I am an earth elemental.
Yes.
So I can only speak Terran right now. So I'm going to look to my friends, point at bad guy, and go,
Hold me a second. Pico responds in Terran, which he can speak even though he can't speak Dwarvish.
"Oh, my bad.
Oh, my
Um,
goodness.
What? Excuse me, good sir."
Unbelievable, right? I couldn't believe that when I looked at it. He is also capable of being an earth elemental. I think that's why.
my dude.
He asks if you wish to smash.
Are we smashing or are we running, friend?
He sort of points to you guys because remember he can't speak Dwarvish, and he goes,
You want to fight him?
I feel like we've weakened the army already quite a lot. I think we could definitely. I think it's going to come down to just fighting him alone, give or take.
You want to fight the Obold to your right?
Yeah, we just smack him in the face.
There's an army of dwarves coming to help us. Why do we want to fight still?
Wait, an
We're
army
in
of
the middle of
dwarves?
a battlefield.
If you
We're in the
imagine the
middle of
army
a
is
battle.
engaged with dwarves at the front of it, and you're at the back of it. Obold has clearly turned from the dwarves and is coming towards you with his 40 wide horde. But the rest of the orcs, and bear in mind it's sort of 150 foot of orcs, either side of you in a line, fighting. Think Lord of the Rings, large army, fight. Yeah.
We just kind of came around behind them and started fucking shit up.
To give you a context overall, sort of as an out of game thing, there are 6,000 orcs on this battlefield and about 4,000 dwarves.
We came around behind them and started fucking shit up in the middle of all of them.
Yeah.
Listen, we
it's
all
glorious.
have a KDR higher than 1.0 right now. I'd like to keep it that way.
Yeah, I'd like to keep the O part of that, and O.
That's not true.
Oh, yeah.
Josh hasn't killed anybody yet.
Technically,
That's
his lance
lame.
killed somebody, but
No, that wasn't him.
Moon had to put it in the guy's neck.
Yeah, Josh is not on a 1 KDA yet.
But no, anyway.
That can change soon enough.
Okay.
So,
Josh provided the tool for me.
so you're 40 foot away from anything relevant. To your right is the Obold and his horde. In front of you is the catapult. To the left is the back of a fighting army. Far to your right and left, think 150 foot, roughly, are two ridges that sort of go upwards like this, so that you could clamber up them, but they signal the end of the orc line.
I will just keep pace with the cart and
North or south?
wherever the cart's going. I'm not driving the cart.
The cart is currently held still, waiting for you guys to make a decision.
He can't understand us. The only person who can talk to him can't
Yeah.
understand us.
Anybody else want to make a suggestion? So south is Obold, north is just dwarves, just orcs.
What other language does this helper we have speak?
Pickle, he speaks to any animals. He speaks Terran. He speaks Celestial. He speaks
Pretty much everything other than fucking dwarf.
Giant.
He speaks the one everything but what the fuck he is.
Common.
He doesn't speak Elvish, Common, Dwarvish, or Halfling.
What a
Okay,
tart.
so
Does he speak Hawkish?
Hold up, he speaks Minotaur.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Because I speak that.
Good, tell him to run.
Bear in mind, okay, just to give you a reference, he has an intelligence score of 3. Whether you can speak to him in the language he speaks or not, you're not going to get a huge amount out of him.
Okay, so I'm just going to speak to Pico, and I'm going to gesture that we run.
Get a big nod.
Okay, so I think
And
at
then
this
he
point
points
we're agreeing
left
to a run.
and right. Do you want to go north or south? Which direction would you like to run?
So we've been traveling east the whole time, right?
Yes, and south is Obold and north is Orcs.
Okay, we're heading north.
Heading north. As you are heading north, on your right you see lines of orcs engaging with dwarves. They're maybe 7 or 8 orcs deep, and they keep going and going and going. Sort of 120 foot now in front of you is a ridge heading upwards.
At this point, can we see our destination?
It's 150 foot away. You can see in the distance where the ridge begins to go upwards, where you know that the orcs are engaging the dwarves. The dwarves are on the high ground, the orcs are on the low ground.
Am I able to do my thing before the cart starts moving off?
Yep. Go
Or
ahead.
Right, so before the cart starts moving off, I want to check one thing real quick. That cleric that's slow falling, has he fallen below the ridgeline, or is he still
he's deep.
hovering?
He's deep.
He's deep.
He doesn't
right,
have a hover.
okay.
He is falling with slow fall. And I will tell you
Right, so
for free,
I'm not
I
able
do
to
not know how
I
I'm
wasn't
getting him
able
out
to
of the hole.
take shots at him before he started dipping below the line. Then,
No,
right? Okay,
he's dipping
yeah,
down.
that's okay then. I was hoping I could break his concentration as well with some arrow shots, but yeah, okay, that's
He's very gone.
long
Don't worry
gone.
about it.
Yep, no worries. That's the only thing I wanted to know.
So you are progressing north? Past the
Yeah, let's just get the fuck away from this Obosh guy.
Obold chasing you. At
Obold, yeah.
40-foot movement speed.
We move faster than 40 foot. We move 50, so we can keep outpacing
Some of
him.
you are moving far faster than that. You have good berries in you, and the rest, or blueberries in you, and the rest of you have.
Slow down, team. I'm falling behind a bit.
Have you eaten your berry?
I gave my berry away,
Oh dear.
Yeah, he gave it to me.
so I'm only moving at 25
What
foot.
did you do with your berries, Scum?
Gave it to me.
What did you do with your
Oh,
berries, Scum?
I didn't do anything.
So you still got a berry.
Yeah.
Okay. And those of you who took berries are still under the influence of berries, as is Pico.
Okay.
Lorenzo and.
Okay,
so,
then I touch Aldrich on the shoulder and cast Long Strider at level 2.
Okay. It's fair to say you are all moving at a fairly good pace, unless
Thank
you are
you.
gliding, Mr. Jarrow.
Okay.
Am I?
I'm actually surfing on the earth.
Oh, is that what it is?
Okay. So,
That's what I'm doing.
Mr. Earth Elemental, have you managed to dislodge any big-sized rocks in our path north?
He can't understand you.
Shit.
No. I can understand. I just can't speak. Like I
Oh,
still have my.
He's just shaking.
Okay, can you give me a sign if you dislodged any rocks that I could potentially make a wall out of or something?
It's fair to say you're in the middle of a meadow. It's very grassy.
Okay, I'm useless for you guys.
Am I able to take some shots on our pursuer as we move, or?
You are in range of Obold, but not in range of the horde that was with him.
Yeah, am I able to take some shots on Obold as we
Sure.
retreat?
Be my guest.
So how many shots am I able to take before we reach the next major event that will, determine the course of what happens? How many are we saying I'm going to have?
You can keep peppering as you like.
Okay.
You need a 28 to hit.
A 28 to hit. Okay, that's quite significant. I am not going to have very much luck in hitting this fucker, but I can take a couple of shots and see what happens. Just say fuck it and see what happens. Yeah, you mind if I take like 2 shots? See how it goes? Yeah, I'll fire off a couple of shots. Oh, that's a nat 20. What the fuck?
Your arrow hits him. What damage does it do?
That's like an 11.
Okay.
But that's a crit, right? So 22?
No, that was with the crit factored in, yeah.
He's okay with that. He growls.
So he's
keeps
not
moving.
unimpressed, but he's not like...
He's highly unimpressed.
Okay. Well, next shot's a 22, so yeah, that's not happening. Yeah, I'll just leave it at 2 shots. Just, just to send a message.
What, that we don't want to fight you with bitches?
Yeah, at this point, would you like to try and make a break through the orc lines, or are you going to continue all the way to the ridge? I'm just aware that we are, a little shorter on time than I.
Do you guys want to go a little bit further? Try to get as much distance as possible before we try to break through this line.
I think that we just barge our way through as much as we can.
I think we barge our way through.
Is the earth elemental making fist signs leading the charge?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, let's swap
elemental.
some on the sword and let's do this, boys.
Jarwin, would you like to lead the charge? Okay, what's that? You are 30 foot away from the back line of the orcs. Would you like to arrive in the middle of them?
Oh hell yeah, brother!
Okay. You
18
are in
for
range
the
of
first.
4 orcs. 18 for the first
18.
hit.
Yeah.
It's fair to tell you that anything over a 16 will hit at this point.
Okay. Let me just find my D8 again because I
Just
lost it.
damage roll me. Is D8 what you're punching for?
That's a 12 plus 5 is 17 on the first hit.
Okay, that is thundering an orc into the floor.
And that's a 9 to hit for the second one, so nope.
Okay. You've thundered one orc into the floor. There are 3 more in your immediate vicinity, and, you know, maybe there's 5 orcs in front of you, and you can actually see the very first dwarf, a fiery bit of red hair flying out the side of his armor, and he's swinging his hammer away. That brings us to Scorm. Scorm.
I'm sorry, what?
That brings us to you. Our Earth Elemental has charged into the back line of the orcs. Are you following?
Oh, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm following.
Thought you might. It's 30 foot away. Can you make it?
Oh, can I make it? I think my 70 movement speed says I can make it.
Then you are swinging.
Here we go.
3 orcs in range
Am
of
I-
you and 1 dead orc by your left foot. A 16 will hit.
How about a 28?
That'll also hit. Roll for damage.
That guy's taking a sweet 18 damage.
That's a decapitation. Orc down.
Cool.
Two orcs
On to the
remaining
next
around
one. Oh, that one definitely hits.
you. That also hits.
Oh, that is another fucking 18.
You are decapitating a second dwarf. Continue on, my
Cool.
brave friend.
On to the next
Second
one.
dwarf?
Why are you killing the
Second orc!
dwarf?
Second orc!
I don't know.
Don't kill the dwarves!
Friendly
Nice.
fire.
Was that a nat 20?
Nutshell.
Is that a nat
I
20?
crit him. That's a nat
Yeah.
20, baby.
This is the 3rd orc in range of you.
Oh shit! Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, baby. That's a 22.
That is a 3rd in a row decapitation. Your KDA is rising. You are now 6 foot away on your left, right, and forward. Your left and right from 1 orc, and then they further in lines, and in front of you from 2 orcs.
Cool. I'll move to the 2 orcs.
Okay.
Oh,
Swing away.
swing it again. I still haven't even gotten to my second actual attack.
Yeah.
That's a 21.
That is also hitting.
Oh shit! What is this?
I don't have much HP, and he seems to be just decapitating them one after
That's a 9. I didn't
That
kill him.
orc is surviving.
Cool. Here's
He turns
here's
to
my
you. He turns to you and hold the phone. He turns to you and uses negation. What's your armor class?
Oh. 19.
Never mind. Doesn't hit you.
Cool. I'm gonna swing at his face again.
Yeah, be my guest. He's got 3 HP left. Can you kill him?
No, I
He's dead.
landed. That's a 15,
Oh, no,
unfortunately.
that is not landing. You have swung past him. Have you got
Nope.
a 3rd
Okay,
action
cool.
remaining? Or is that
Fuck
it?
yeah, I do.
Go on, then. Off we go.
All right, here we go. 18 to hit him.
That
He
is
is very
hitting.
fucking dead. That's a 14. Cool. Now time to
He's-
swing on the next guy because I killed someone again.
Oh, what is going on here? Okay,
Fucking
move onward.
barbarians, that's what's happening.
Another orc next
All
to you.
right, 25.
That is hitting.
No, he's not gonna die. There's an 8 to the next guy.
He's actually fairly unimpressed. He also will use his attack of retaliation and deals. You said 19 on me, yeah?
Yeah.
Never mind. That brings us to Lorenzo. You are in range to get just about to the enemies to the left and right of our large earth elemental, but not to the enemies that Scorm is currently swinging at. You 30. No, wait, you're long strided, right? You've got 35 movement speed?
No, I used that on Eldritch.
You used your berry though as well, didn't you? So you've got.
I did, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you've eaten your berry. Yes, you can get to any enemies you wish.
Okay, great. I wanna so like the closest enemy to me.
To the right or left, or would you want to go to where the earth elemental is swinging and Scorm is swinging? Where you
Yeah,
are
that
making
one,
headway
there.
through. Yep,
Yeah,
okay.
that.
Okay. There's 2
Okay.
enemies.
Great.
Well, there's one and then one slightly further back.
Okay, I'll go to the one that's slightly further back.
Okay.
And I wanna leap up into the air and like come down, but like with with my feet, like slam them to the ground so they're on the back,
Mhm.
and then slam. How armored are they?
Not very. Leather.
Okay, great. And then pierce him right in the heart.
Okay. Can I have an unarmed roll, please, for the first? Hit.
That's 20.
You make a double-footed kick, and he falls backwards. If you would then like to make a unarmed damage roll, please.
6.
He's fairly wounded. Now swing your lance away. Roll to hit.
29.
That is most
The
definitely.
dice
hitting.
have finally forgiven me.
Roll for damage.
You've killed a guy.
Roll for damage. You need.
I got 12, but
Yeah,
I
you
did.
did.
I did
You
roll a
did.
5 on the dice.
That's what I
Killed
meant.
him.
That's what I meant. That is exact damage. You bring the spear down and it ruptures through his heart. Is Toby following? His rapid pace.
Yes.
He's long strided, so he is alongside you. There is now one enemy slightly behind you and wounded, and 2 more enemies in front of you.
Okay. Okay. The one slightly behind me. Toby turns around and stands on 2 feet
Mhm.
and like roars. Do I have to do an impression?
No.
Okay.
Good. Yep, carry on.
And lunges forwards and bites into his neck.
Okay, give me an unarmed roll, please. Hit.
24.
Yep, that hits.
Nice.
And then a d12 roll, please. Damage.
3.
Okay, he savagely bites down on the guy's neck. He's really wounded. And that brings us to Eldritch Stormwood.
The dice have kind of forgiven me.
Okay, so I'm still with the cart, right?
Yep. How much movement speed do you currently have? 35. Is that right?
35, yes.
Yes, you can reach just about to the enemy that Lorenzo has injured. You can also alternatively kill the enemy that you are passing, which Scorm injured. Or there are 2 enemies on your right and left. But you're making a sort of headway, 2 foot wide, 2 enemy wide path through the
Okay, is the cart going to be able to follow us?
It's you might need 1 more line of enemies dead. Or you can get the cart through.
Okay.
Probably, the cart is about 3 orcs wide.
Okay, I'm going to use a lightning bolt on the line of orcs.
How the fuck are you casting lightning bolt?
Stuff of
Stuff
power.
of power.
Oh, with your stuff, right? Okay. I'm sorry, I was just going cleric lightning bolt. Who? Have I missed something? Right. Okay. Yep, that's fine.
Yeah, amazing.
That is lightning bolt at the 3rd level. Is that correct?
Fifth.
The 5th level.
It was at the 3rd.
Yeah, I also think it's the 3rd.
It is at the 3rd.
Oh, okay.
Yep,
I was
okay.
wrong.
Roll for damage,
It
please.
just takes 5 charges.
Ah,
I'm trying
that's
to
right.
I'm trying to work out how I even do it.
You roll an 8d6.
I know I roll a lot.
An 8d6.
I mean, you can just kind of, if you
What?
click on lightning bolt, cast it, and
That's
then
the thing.
yeah,
But where is lightning bolt in my things?
You
go
click
under-
Staff of Power, click Lightning Bolt, and then click Cast.
you can also go under spells, and it should be there.
I couldn't find it. That's why I asked how the fuck he was
Oh, that's
casting Lightning
weird.
Bolt. I was really confused. Oh, it comes at a. That's how Jamal was casting them at 5th level, because it uses. Yeah, it comes under the 5th level spells. That's really weird. Anyway,
Okay,
because
so
it's
it's
Oh,
10
yeah.
d6.
Oh, so it is cast at 5th level.
Yeah, it's 10d6, yeah.
okay. Click that 10d6 button. Give me
Huh,
some
I was
damage.
doing
I don't
damage
have
earlier.
a 10d6 bunch. I have to roll 10d6s.
Well, if you scroll down to the
Your spells
5th
and
level
5th level,
stuff on
you'll
your spells,
see
you can
lightning
click
bolt.
on it.
And just see the 10d6 there. Just click it.
There we go. Oh, that could have went better. 27.
Oh, okay. I was gonna. Yeah. What's the dex save? 16.
Do.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Sorry, what was you said? 37, yeah?
Yeah. 27.
Okay, yeah, so what the dex save was 16, is that correct?
Yeah.
Let me make a dex saving throw. Walk somewhere. Go. Yeah. Yes, that is a full what's the range? 60 foot.
100 foot.
100 foot.
100 foot. That is 6 orcs going down in the line and a fair few dwarves getting shocked.
Oh, no.
In a line. But they're fine with it. They're fine with it. They've raised their fist to you in victory. And that brings us to Catherine?
With the rest of my turn, I'm going to just
Razak.
keep moving through the line.
You don't have much movement speed left at this point. You just you can roll up next to Jarraway. Catherine, you are, what is your movement speed right now? 50, is that correct?
50, yes.
Yeah, you can get to wherever the fuck you like.
Am I able to reach the front line where we're clearing the most through?
Yeah, you can reach up to Scorm, who is swinging the fuck away with his axe.
Yeah, I'm just going to start charging forward, and I'm going to kill any single person that I come through in my path to start clearing out the horde.
Okay, you first arrive with an orc who is just behind Jarraway's right foot. Would you like to kill him on your way past?
You know what? Yeah, I would very much like to kill him on the way past. That will be a 26 to hit, and the damage. Yeah, that's 14 damage.
Yep, that's you just sliced his arm, his leg, and his head off.
Right, let's charge through to the next one.
Yep, charge on forwards.
Continue going. Yeah, that's a nat 20. He's dead. He's dead. Okay. Like, let's just say he's dead.
Leave him behind. Yep, he's on the floor. One to your left. How many attacks have you got left?
Last attack, 29.
Last attack. Murdering it. Murder it.
Yep, and that's a 15.
You leave him on one knee with blood spurting out his neck, but he is still alive somewhat.
So that's 2 dead guys and the third one who's very, very
at this
fucked.
point, the 4 orcs either side, sort of in a line, close in on you. First of all, Scorm, your armor class, please. Scorm.
Oof.
But it can't be that fucking low. So the first orc swings and misses. Second orc swings for...
Oh yeah, Moon's armor class, by the way.
12 damage. Yeah,
19.
Yep, 12 damage to Moon. Scorm, you here? Oh, he's had to AFK briefly. That's okay. We'll tell him he's taken 12 damage. The third one swings in at Lorenzo, dealing no damage whatsoever.
James, the stream's frozen again.
Oh, sorry. Bring it up.
Oh, stream's fine for me.
No, I've frozen the cameras on these two.
Oh.
The fourth orc deals 7 damage to the earth elemental. Your armor class stays the same. Is that correct? Then?
No, my armor class is currently 17.
Okay, yes, that definitely hits you. 7 damage. The next one swings at Lorenzo and does...
How much? 17?
7.
Is Lorenzo next to me?
No. He's behind. He's behind you a little bit.
Is the person swinging at him next to me?
No. They're
Damn.
6 foot behind you. But I wouldn't worry too much. He's dealt 4 damage. Lorenzo.
Yeah, I was gonna turn around and smack him because I can do that with Sentinel.
And the last one is swing. Oh, by the way, you took how much damage was it? 12?
12?
Me?
Yes, you took 12 damage. Did you want to kill him off? Because he's definitely in range of you.
You mean 6 damage?
Yeah, sure. With Barbarian Rage.
Yeah, I'll slap him in the face.
Okay.
A ginger little slap.
Give me a roll.
I think a 30 is gonna hit him.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh, that's my fucking 4th one.
Okay, yeah.
Hey, damn it.
You've done half his health. And
God
the last
damn
one moves in to swing at our large earth elemental. That is the quite far behind you. And that is a 23 to hit. And,
Yeah, whatever.
It does 16 damage. Fancy that. Someone actually did some damage. Yep. Okay, and that brings us back to our wildly axe-wielding barbarian. You
cool.
You have 6 enemies in front of you, and 2 to your right and 2 to your left.
And you've also taken 12 damage, by the way.
That guy in front of me is definitely fucking dead.
That's 17 damage, no?
He's very dead.
No, he's alive. He's
The
alive.
guy in front of me?
The guy in front of you who has 1 health, he is on the floor crying to his mama, but he is alive.
Isn't that the guy I just hit for 8 damage?
Oh, sorry, you want to swing at the one to your left who you just did 8
Someone
damage?
tried something
Yeah, okay, he's
funny.
dead, decapitated, dead. Boom,
Okay, cool.
died.
Other guy.
The guy
Next
in front
guy.
of you now, yep.
1 HP, I'm gonna hit him.
No, he doesn't have 1 HP because you didn't hit him there. The 17. He has
10 damage.
Okay, yep, he's still standing.
Okay.
Oh, I can retaliate. Hold on. What's your armor class?
19.
Yeah, never mind.
He's
Yep,
dead.
Yes, he's dead. He's dead. Sorry, I misread your roll. Yes, he's dead.
Hey,
you-
heads up, the cameras are going to get jacked up in a second because the cat just turned Heather's computer off.
Okay, that's fine.
She'll be back in a minute.
Okay, that's fine. Yep, keep going.
I'm gonna run over to Dan's, I guess. Is that the closest one, or is?
No, you've now got 4 left in front of you between you and the dwarven line.
Oh, cool.
You might- And then you need 2 more on the right hand side.
Yeah, that's a
No,
20.
you don't. He thunderbolted the bastards to death. Yeah, that's hitting.
It's gonna take 16 damage.
He's just about alive.
Okay,
It's
that's it.
rolling to the side. Right, okay. And that brings us to Eldridge Stormwood. Are you here, Ben?
My camera's gone.
Yeah, it will do for a second.
Yeah.
Heather will be back shortly.
Yeah.
She's still in Discord. She just doesn't have a cam on.
If you do shit like that, it doesn't disconnect from Discord right away.
Right, okay. Yep, that brings us to Eldritch. Is Ben here? It'll be a minute. Okay, Lorenzo? You have 4 enemies left between you and the dwarven front line.
Okay.
Or 3.5. Moon's left one with his head lolling on the floor.
Okay. Are all of them in leather?
Yes.
Like the other one. Okay. So.
Are you charging to do some damage, or are you?
Okay, yeah. I run whoever's nearest. I run towards them with my lance, but like that.
Yeah.
And I I don't know if this is allowed.
Try what you like.
I'd
Go
like
for
to,
it.
instead of having 2 separate attacks, I'd like to put all my power into this single one. And I'd like to stab him all the way through and then throw him over my shoulder.
Make a strength roll, please. Strength check.
I got 6 because I rolled another fucking 1.
No!
This is the enemy that was next to Moon. Is that correct? Make a second hit roll.
Hit roll.
Yep, second hit roll, please. A second strength roll, please. Strength check. This enemy's
13.
prone. Okay, it's fair to say that you get your lance into him. Are you tossing him over your shoulder? Okay. You toss him onto the back of Jarraway's foot. He's dead. Yep, and you make your second attack if you wish.
I do the same to the next person.
Okay, make a strength check, please.
I believe Ben is back.
25.
Okay, you thunder your spear so hard through the first enemy, it is plunging into the guy behind him. You've now skewered 2 enemies. Roll for damage, please.
Nice. Please don't
Okay.
be on 1.
They're both fairly hurt, but it's fair to say your lance is a little wedged. What is Toby doing at this time?
Toby's gonna run up to them and, like, with all his might, like, with 2 paws, push one into the other to push them off of my lap.
Okay, make a damage roll, please, of 1d12. It's fair to say they're bloody prone if they're currently held on top of a spear like a kebab.
8.
And they are both crunched into the ground, dead as you like. There are now 2 orcs lying in front of you, between them, between you guys and the dwarven army. At this point, a tree sprouts out of the ground in front of, at the back of Toby, and a lightning bolt flies out of Peekle's arms, and taking out the orc row, but it doesn't hit Toby because he's put a tree in the way. And he finishes another line of orcs to the left. They're crunching down to the ground, and the cart starts to roll forwards. Eldritch, are you here?
Yes.
If you don't move fast, you're going to get run over by a cart. 28 foot in front of you are 4 enemies, 2 in front and 1 each to the right and left, blocking your path between you guys and the dwarven front line. You are 28 foot away.
Okay, I'm going to put my head down low like an Olympic sprinter. I'm going to raise
your
my
berry.
shoulder.
Oh, you don't have a berry, do you? Yep, okay, go on.
I'm raising my shield.
Yep. Oh, shield
And
charging like a proper dwarf.
I'm going to shield charge the first one and hope I can push him into the 4th one.
Okay, make an athletics check for me, please.
Oh, that's 6.
Okay, you arrive at the first orc, but he's a foot and a half taller than you, and you sort of you bump him hard, but unfortunately he only staggers back a step. Would you like to make an attack or cast a spell?
Oh, I will definitely do something.
What something would you like to do, my friend?
I don't know. I'm thinking maybe water walking. Maybe feign death.
Feign death. You could, of course, cast Wall of Force, which might do what your shield was going to do, but slightly more effectively.
Okay, I'm going to use inflict wounds.
Sick. This is a melee skill, yes?
I mean, I'm melee with one of them, right?
Okay, yeah, you're melee with 3 of them.
Wait, can I hit all of them?
You can try.
Okay.
It's a single target spell, but I believe.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah,
correct?
but what about if I swing my staff across instead of
Inflict
downwards?
wounds, correct?
Yes, inflict wounds.
Okay.
If you just add, like it says, make a melee spell attack. If I just add a word,
Give
it'd be
me a
fine.
damage roll of what level are you casting this spell, please?
It'd be level. Do I need to have a certain level to maybe hit more than one?
The more damage you do, the more likely it is to spread into the local enemies.
Okay, what's the current damage of it?
You still have
It's
level 7
3D.
spell slots, I believe. 6 spell slots, I believe.
No, it's 3D10 already.
Yep, it is.
Okay, well, I'll just do that.
Okay, give me a 3d10 damage roll, please.
Okay, that was a very good 8.
Yeah, you've pissed off 1 orc.
Shit.
And that brings us to the great Kathran. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Rubbish. It brings us to our Earth Elemental, sorry.
Jaraware, yes.
Yes, Jaraware, Mr. Earth Elemental. You have 2 enemies left in front of you to stomp upon. 3, sorry,
Dude.
3.
Smash, smash.
Smash, smash. Give me a hit point.
A bazillion to hit the first one.
Yep, cool. Punch away.
Oh, that's not the right dice. Ooh, that's only 8 damage on the first hit.
Okay, he's dead.
Or 7.
Very dead.
Oh, okay, excellent.
Well, that's the one that poor Eldritch just pissed off.
Ooh,
With
the second one is a natural 20 to hit.
Beautiful.
Before down crits for 6.
19 damage.
Okay, that is plundering the life out of the second one.
Oh, dude, meat
There
pie.
is 1 orc standing between you guys and the dwarven front line. At this point, the dwarves are racing towards you guys, trying to make a space to charge the cart through. Kathran, charge away.
Yeah, I'm just gonna charge up to this remaining orc, and let's give him a massive hit with the longsword.
Okay. Hit me.
It's only a 17, but
That hits.
that's gonna do. And that's an 11.
Okay, he's still standing.
Let's hit him again.
Go for it.
Let's give him a 22 to hit
That is
with
also hitting.
another 9 damage.
He now has very little hit points left. There's blood spurting out his chest. And
Last
his arm.
hit for 16.
That is hitting. You do less than 1 damage. I dare you.
10 damage.
He is dead as fuck. At this point,
Fuck yeah.
Pickle's cart is rolling through, but behind it is a very, very large orc charging valiantly at you. The dwarves are waving you through on the cart. You can see Bruno at the top of the hill, sort of charging. You know, he really needs these supplies. His dwarves are falling around beside him, and Obold roars out loudly. At this point, he is fairly close to Eldritch Stormwood's right foot.
Okay, I got it. It's fine. I'm going to cast Hold Person.
Okay, what is Hold Person?
It's Hold Monster.
Wait, Hold Monster?
No, he's an orc. He's a humanoid.
Because you're talking about the staff thing, right, Ben? Or do you have the actual
Oh, he
Hold
has a
Person?
spell.
I have
yes,
Hold
spell.
Person spell.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
A wisdom saving throw, yes?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Wisdom
It is
16 to say.
difficulty 6. Yeah, Ooh. He is held in... No, he's not.
Shit.
Yes, he would be held in place if he wasn't immune to that.
Oh dear.
Sorry.
Okay, so I'm gonna run like really fast.
Good decision.
Yeah, good idea.
Good decision. At this point, he is going to... Why the hell not? Why the hell not? I've always wanted to do this. He is going to cast Wish.
Oh my god, no.
Why the fuck not? and he creates himself 25,000 gold pieces in a bag and lobs them at Carthran's head. I've always wanted to use witch, but I don't want to just kill you all. So,
Can I catch it if it hits my head?
make a dex check for me.
Dex check. Okay.
Is this guy next to me?
19 is 21.
Okay, he will be in a sec. He is close enough. You made a 21 dex check.
Yeah.
You take. You take 9 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, I'll take the 9.
And you
Can I
gain
catch a coin?
25,000 gold.
Fuck yes.
Okay, yes, he is in range of you, Scorn.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna hit him because he threw an attack at someone else.
Okay, roll to hit.
Oh, that's a crit.
That is hitting. Yes. What is it doing?
Hold on. Let's see. 4, 5, 16. It's a D12. 17.
He laughs in your face.
He also, if he was moving, he can no longer move.
He is no
He
longer
had-
moving. He has
He
charged and thrown his pouch.
Okay.
And
I'm saying
yeah,
he has a 0 movement now.
at this point, you
for
have
the turn.
succeeded in getting the cart to through the to the dwarven front line.
Well, mission accomplished.
Mission
Well
is
done.
accomplished. Bruenor is valiantly waving you forward. The dwarves are closing in on Obold. And
And
we are
I'm going to stay with my dwarven
we are going
brethren
to leave
and
Obold
fight the
how he
fuck
is,
out of Obold.
because we will be visiting Obold shortly.
So you're
hopefully.
saying I can't get him to make a wisdom saving throw right
Yes,
now?
you can. Wisdom saving.
Oh. Yeah. So I'm
19.
dropping my earth elemental. Ah, he passes. Nothing
Sorry.
happens.
I just
Fine.
rolled the dice. You didn't tell me what I was rolling for. Yeah, I think it is fair to say at this point we went a little longer than I thought we would. Josh has been awake for 22 and a half hours.
Fucking hell.
The one shot
Yeah, that's fine.
was I have designed really carefully for you at either end a nice little intricate maze and puzzle and cliff falls and all sorts of little tiny enemies you could have interacted with, and you have charged straight through the middle of my army.
We're dwarves.
I am incredibly proud of you all for being incredibly vicious as always. If you hadn't have dropped my level 20 cleric down a pit and ran the fuck away from our level 20 550 HP Obold with his
And broke
ring
the
of
catapult.
wishes. He had 3 casts of wish on that ring, by the way, and broken my catapult and avoided my giants. You would have been a little bit more fucked. But I'm really glad you guys made your own path and had a great laugh. I had great fun.
Score him do as he pleases.
It's just a shame. It's the only thing that is a real shame is that we cannot stay to finish off Obold Many Arrows in our combat
Before we,
with our brethren.
Before we
Listen,
officially
I
end,
had a plan
Yep.
for him.
Sorry, Moon, go on.
the Scorn would like to finally end his rage.
Oh yes, okay. Let's have one off. I really enjoyed your guys' innovative approach. I hope that we sort of made enough space. for this.
Innovative. You mean murder?
Yeah, I mean, this is, well, I like the fact you started actually contributing in the war, and that will
Burn
have an
and
impact
pillage.
on the future campaign.
Burned and pillaged like fuck. Yes.
Yeah, we will be resuming on Sunday with our main
Wait.
campaign.
Wait, we need to do the MVP.
Yeah, I'm going to come back to that in a second.
Oh, okay,
We will be
sorry.
resuming on Sunday for our main campaign, where we will pick up in our dungeon. That will be at 3 p.m. GMT or 10 a.m. EST. Just a quick thank you to those of you who are here, those of you who are watching, to Simba, to Heather for constantly contributing in the chat. I really appreciate that. And yeah, we're going to give an MVP out. What is our vote on the MVP?
Oh,
Well,
I
I think
I've got to vote.
Okay, let me come to you one by one. Lorenzo.
Okay, well, I have 2. I think it should be for all the ones I rolled and for all the 20s Jamal rolled.
The dice dichotomy.
Yeah,
Bullshit
so
RNG.
that's my votes.
Your vote is for dice dichotomy. Jarraway?
Yep.
Got MVP of choice, Jarraway?
Well, I know it sure as fuck is not that catapult, because that thing didn't do shit. Dude, easily the earthquake chasm.
Yeah, I like the earthquake.
The
Cartran,
fissure in the pit. That's great. I love it.
Cartran, your MVP vote?
For me, it's going to have to be the inept spear. That the only way at first it could get a kill is another axe to support it.
Yep, I like that one. Eldritch?
MVP for me is the moment that Scorm arrived in the middle of 6 enemies and they were heavily armored.
Yeah, that was really good. And Scorm, who was your MVP of the day?
I would say Scorm with the nat 20 whipping the fucking level 20 cleric into the chasm.
I like that. My personal MVP was Peekle, who was the only person who remembered your actual purpose and brought the cart.
Yeah.
But my second MVP would definitely go to the earthquake itself, which created the fissure. It broke the cart. It gave heavy terrain and rough terrain to all my orcs so they couldn't charge at you. It pretty much fucked every plan I had in that moment. And I loved it. And it also didn't manage to kill any of you guys and only put Jarraway under the rubble, who then turned into a fucking earth elemental. I loved
And then
it.
proceeded to fucking Kobe the cleric.
But
I couldn't pick that because I wasn't here when it happened.
Yeah, it was a
I just
wonderful
came back
moment
to
of
Dan
magic.
being under rubble. I'm like, something bad has happened.
So yeah, my personal MVP
I
goes
was
to Eldritch's Earthquake.
Oh yeah, that was great.
Which I think is
I have a question. What campaign is the next one-shot campaign?
the next one-shot campaign will not be revealed yet. I will tell you guys in PM, but I'm not going to tell anyone here. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Right. It will be announced on Sunday. I can
Wonderful.
tell you for free though that it is likely to be Saturday afternoon. I will check that with the players first. But as we have a guest who can only feature on weekends, we're going to aim for that. Yeah. If you guys in chat have any contribution towards MVP, that would be lovely to hear. If you guys would like to say thank you very much and goodbye from my
I
players,
like
please.
this one.
Bye.
Goodbye.